What? What? Really? I didn't even know that I had browser. I didn't even know that I had the Discord source open on OBS. Okay, welcome to stream. What's stream without a little bit of technical difficulties? Welcome Ricey, welcome Mahoots, welcome Gundam, welcome Opus. Thank you for the like, Opus. Ooh, no spinning today because I forgot to set that up. Stream's a little late because I had some commission stuff to like talk about with some people. I had some extra setup because we're doing a little bit of painting today because this guy doesn't have a lot of color variation in him. He's just blue and slightly darker blue, and apparently that was a little too complicated for old Bandai. But to be fair, this kit's from 2006, so it being just having minimal color separation is kind of its time. I welcome Storm. I come for the scuff. Seth, did you see my custom Zaku in the Gundam Breaker 4? I think I got a glimpse of it, but I didn't get a good look at it. I think my tracking is working a little bit better. It's working a little bit better this week. I don't know why last week it was so poo-poo. Right now I'm facing away. It was in model, no wait, was it in gaming? It's in somewhere weird. Yeah, it was in gaming. Very dark. He has a goof shield. Hold up. You know what? It's a good thing that I had this up. Okay, this is what he's talking about. He has like, those are high mobility legs, but I don't know what those missile pods are from, unless the high mobility has missile pods. Ooh, it looks very nice. Ooh. Is that part of it? Is the thing behind it part of it, or is that just part of the background? Ooh, wait a minute, we're supposed to be talking. Wait a minute, we're supposed to be talking about the build. Today's build is the Zudah. I did not have enough time to watch. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. I had time to watch IGLOO, but apparently IGLOO is one of the hardest Gundam series to watch. I went to several websites, I went to several resources, I sailed the 7 seas, and they were all like, yeah, no, you can't get it where you are. And I'm like, I've never went to a 7C site and it was like, no, this is region locked. I've never seen that before. But apparently, IGLOO is really hard to find. But this is from MS-IGLOO, the Gundam series. It was a mini-series from 2004, and it was a CGI mini-series. And you might be like, oh, yes. The image in the thumbnail is the best quality image from possibly the entirety of it. It might be like, that's just a close-up of the Zudah. Yes. The Zudah itself, the models they were using, I'm pretty sure, were like limited poly. So even if you get a nice image of the Zudah from it, it like looks like it's 480p. It is really hard to get good images of the Zudah. That's not from the box. That's from the anime. It's really, really hard. Because again, I think that I think the models themselves are not HD models because it's from 2004. But that it looks like a very good mobile suit that you made. It looks like a very good Zaku. I like how it has a goof shield, a goofy little boy. It's also blue. It's very dark. Ooh. The Zudah, very nice. Might be a catalyst to get Seth to buy the Advance of Zeta kit. Is there an Advance of Zeta Zudah? Hold up. I was patting myself down like I was gonna get a cavity frisk. Hold up, wait a minute. Advance of Zeta Zudah. It's not a Gunpla stream until I have to look something up on my phone. Screw it. New type difficulty immediately. Redoing the story to get more stuff. Ooh. Missile pods from the mobile Jin. Ah, okay. The big Zam in the background. Okay, it's not part of it. It's the big Zam. It's so dark that it's just hard to tell is all. There's a Rebin Wolf, which uses the same beam rifle. I'm not a fan of the Rebel Wolf. I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna have to squash that dream immediately. I don't quite care for the Rebel Wolf. It just doesn't quite look right to me. It looks like it should be an it just doesn't look like it should be in the Universal timeline. I like its design, but it's not for me. But it's it has the same rifle. That's neat. I think that's been told to me before. As you can see, everything's been bagged already, so we don't need to worry about that. All we need to worry about is, wait a minute. There's another sticker sheet, right? There's not just this, right? There's like a sticker sheet for all this like little detailing, right? Is there? Oh, wait a minute. Wait, are we discovering live this kit has even worse? Does it even have sticker separation? No, this kit does. I must have just lost it. Surely Bandai includes stickers for the like fine details and whatnot. Surely. Even Bandai would do that, right? You can tell by the confidence in my voice. It's a Dozen Wolf and Double Zeta without being disgustingly ugly. But the Dozen Wolf, half of its appeal is being disgustingly ugly, being horribly proportioned, and having that terrible color scheme. Having a color scheme so bad that in the anime, they wrote into the anime a character going, "This is the ugliest mobile suit I've ever seen." You know, going over to a phone, picking the phone off the wall, calling his commanding officer and going, "This is the ugliest mobile suit I've ever seen." And then the commander going, "I don't care, get in the mobile suit, Shinji." Get in the mobile suit. And the guy is like, "Can we at least repaint it so it's not teal?" And he's like, "Who cares? It's the finale of the anime, get in the mobile suit." And the guy's like, They wrote that into the anime. And that is the greatest slander, maybe of all of Gundam. The fact that they wrote into the anime that a mobile suit was ugly. And then they have an entire scene dedicated to a character complaining about how ugly it is. How long does this take? This should only take about 2 streams because we just need to do a little bit of metallic painting. I need to get this out. Where's my alcohol? That sounds so much worse out of context. Sorry, what I meant is, where's this alcohol? Where's this? This is a tub of alcohol, with some bug spray on top of it, apparently. But that's a tub of alcohol that I use to clean off pieces that are mispainted. Where's the rest of my alcohol? It is isopurple alcohol for just for cleaning. They are different things. I know they're different things. But the reason I don't like the Rebel Wolf is because it feels something like, I don't want to say it feels like it came out of Code Geass, but it feels more like it came out of like a 2000s mecha than Double Zeta era mecha. And I feel like that's where I can't square that circle. Hold up, I need to just pour a little bit of alcohol on stream chat, don't worry about it. Anybody a little thirsty, want some isopurple alcohol? Don't worry, they poison it so alcoholics can't drink it. That's actually something we do in America, where isopurple alcohol, so alcoholics don't go to drugstores and buy isopurple alcohol and then water it down with like water, for example. What they do is they put poisons in certain alcohols to make it so that they either taste too bitter to drink, or that they literally will just make you sick if you drink them. I mean, I guess we just hate winos here, I guess. America's not a nation for winos. Gulp it. No, I just explained if I tried to drink it, I would get sick. What do you mean, gulp it? I love the Dozen Wolf. I like the Dozen Wolf. It is one of the ugliest mobile suits, but that's why it's very endearing for the fact that it's just this big, ugly mobile suit. It's also just a good mobile suit in general. It's an old type. It's one of those old type suits that like let old types fight like new types is really interesting, actually, because it's a link between the Mark V and the Silver Bullet Suppressor. Both are so sexy and would put an image in Stream Talk. You should put an image in Stream Talk. Also put an image of Actually, I'll just look up the Dozen Wolf. The Dozen Wolf isn't actually that bad because they gave it a repaint in Unicorn or I think it's Unicorn or Narrative. But the Dozen Wolf, it's just the color scheme is awful. The Dozen Wolf, it's just the color scheme. It's just the worst. It's just the worst color scheme. I love teal. Whenever I'd play as the Protoss in StarCraft when I was growing up, I would play as the blue-green Protoss, but it don't look good like this. It is an ugly, ugly boy. And in the high grade, they just made it more green, which somehow made it uglier. Just commit to the blue-green, okay? Don't try to be like, okay, we'll just make him look like Master Chief. It ain't gonna work. It's not gonna work, Chief. Unsurprisingly, the S ranking a new type difficulty mission in Zaku is hard, I would imagine. Where are the pieces that we need right now? Because we're doing some painting. Ooh, do I have any masking tape? I don't know if I have any masking tape. We can't do any spraying today because I don't have the spray, because I don't have that set up. So we're just gonna keep it real simple, real traditional. Where are my brushes? Where are my brushes? There are my brushes. All my brushes are over here. I have nowhere to put them on this table. That's good. That's good. I'll put them right here instead. Okay. Do you think that's dry enough? Do you think that has given way enough? Do you think it's been soaking long? I hope so. I don't know where my towels are. Oh, wait. You know what, chat? Let me put some more exciting music on. Ooh, that's the intro music. We don't need intro music, because we have... Clair Obscur. I made the most pretentious French face I could imagine, and the tracking just could not keep up with it. Ooh. Do I have paper towel? Not paper towel. Maybe if I have tissue? Yeah, no. When was the last time SEPH used this? When was the last time I put paints in here? Well, I can tell by the colors it was for the bale, because the bale I'm painting. I used blue. I used royal blue, or is that midnight blue? No, that's royal blue. I used royal blue for the darker. I used bronze, gold, and I don't know what that other thing was that I cleaned out first. I think that was just more gold. I like gold. Chug it. Stop telling me to drink things. Stop. I don't. Maybe I should have gotten out the lighter fluid. Don't tell me to drink the lighter fluid. Hathaway Gundam is 2 has hit streaming. Oh, is that where all the clips come from? I don't even recognize those clips from the movie. That's because you were sharing some of those on this. What was it, in Stream Talk? Oh, okay. So here's the Rebin Wolf, by the way. It looks good. Not the Rebin Wolf. Sorry. This is the Rebin Wolf. Sorry. This is the Rebin Wolf. It looks good. And you can see how it kind of like builds into the Dozen Wolf in some regards. I don't know if it came before or after because Advance of Zeta confuses me. But it looks good. It's just not for me. Ooh. And then there's this boy, which also looks very nice. Ooh. Give me 1 minute. I'm just cleaning out. And we then clean this out. Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of music, because I changed the BGM, apparently Head Shala gets you copyright, not struck, but gets you a copyright notice for playing. So apparently for the last Dragon Ball streams I've been doing, we've just been getting hit by like mini copyright. Again, not strikes. Strikes are different, but mini copyright notices because it's just like, hey, that's Bandai's music or whatever. I don't know. Not Bandai's music, but it's Bandai's the people who do the game, but I don't know who. That's... Chat, what's the company that does Dragon Ball? I completely forget their name. I can just think Toriyama did it, but it's I don't know. I cannot remember for the life of me what the company is. Toei Animation, that's what it is. Toei Animation, I think, is the one who's just like, hey, that's our song. You can't do that. That's all music. Ooh. Let's see here. Is this the... Oh my goodness, I did not know this had a... Is this a third party? 144th Arxis... Arc... That actually looks really good. That's a 144th scale? That's really good for 144th scale. I don't think that's Bandai. I think that's third party. Why do you think it's third party? Because I don't think Bandai's making a 144th scale with raised armor, like a plate of armor on the shoulder pads. You see this shit? No way. Absolute ain't no way. Ooh. Yeah, but some of these clips I just don't... This is from the movie. This is like 5 seconds. We're not gonna get hit by that. Ooh. Oh yeah. Chat. I searched up Natsuki Subaru for a... No, I searched up Natsuki Subaru mayonnaise. And when you type that into Google search, this is what comes up. If you don't know who the other person is, that's Rudius from Jobless Reincarnation, because their voice actor's married. Oh, good. I love Google search so much. I have such a fun time. I just type in things. I type in Paleon from Star Wars. I get Patrick Stewart in a Nazi uniform. I don't know how Google does it, but Google knows what I want, even if I don't know it. What? Don't worry about it. Google's got my back, dude. You know, people upset that Google's always monitoring them. If Google wasn't always monitoring me, it would never know. It'd never know that what I didn't even know I needed those images, but Google did. Google's my homie, bro. Google's my homie. Okay, so we have our first pieces. I know it's only like, you know, half an hour into stream. It's not even a half an hour into stream, chat. We're making such great progress today. We're already getting things started. Not done. No. But we're getting things started, and I know you're like, wow, I never thought I'd see the day where we'd get started before the first 30 minutes. And I like, yeah, brah, it can happen. Ooh, but what if, chat, you're actually just sleeping right now? Wake up, okay? You've been in a coma for the last 30 years, you know? Your family loves you. They believe in you. They're gonna pull, but you know what? They can't afford the hospital bills anymore, chat. They're gonna pull the plug any minute. You need to wake up. You need to wake up. We love you. Wake up, John. Dude, if there's like one guy named John in the audience, he's probably like, fuck. I should have gone with a more obscure name like Cecil. Oh my goodness, okay, there's a lot going on here. We need to get that out. We need to get... The gun's gonna be a lot of taunting. Come on. Ooh. Also, I'd like to thank everyone who joined us for the new Gundam. All the new and old, subscribers who joined us for the new Gundam and followers. Ooh, that was a really fun build, even though it took forever. Ooh, even though that took, you know, a time and a half to complete. I'm really, really grateful for everyone who showed up. What the fuck is like a Ishi speed pregnant meme? You know, don't worry about it. Maybe that would have been solved Rudius's problems if he got reincarnated as a woman. Maybe that's actually what would have been the good timeline. Maybe he would have learned his lessons a lot quicker that way. Ooh. Let's see, hopefully this kit doesn't explode. Hello, Neon! Ooh. Oh no, why did you have to say that? I know the memes about the mobile suit exploding, but now I'm imagining just doing all this work on this kit and then ending it by making a video of me just whipping it at the wall and it exploding. And the problem is, I know I can throw it hard enough at the wall that it breaks it in a way that it can never be repaired. And I kind of want to do that. It's the fastest mobile suit. Bruh! How do you know you can throw it so hard that it won't just fall apart but be unrepairable? Hollow Knight streams. I'd say the Silk Song stream proves that. I can throw things really hard over a short distance, man. Like, I don't need a lot. I don't need a lot. How many controllers did we break in the Silk Song? We broke 2 there. I think another game we broke another controller. We've broken like 3 or 4 controllers doing Souls-likes. Not a fun time for me. Oh my goodness. I just, you know, some people like to whip their hair back and forth. I like to whip controllers back and forth. Mushoku Pixie. My sister dated a Cecil. He was a schmuck. I'm just imagining Cecil from Archer. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Whenever I hear the name Cecil, I just think of Archer. And that character's a bit of a schmuck, so, you know, it works out. I think that could use some painting. How are you going to paint it? Ooh, isn't that just the exciting part? We get to figure out together, chat. That could use some painting. I just think maybe it would be nice, maybe, because these are nice big radiators. I can't imagine them being anything else but radiators. But these radiators could probably do with, maybe like a just a simple metallic. Ooh, so that might be nice to spray them just because how they look, though I need to tape them off. And is that everything we're painting today? It might be. The rifle is going to be a lot more difficult to paint. Paint it red so it goes 3 times faster. Oh, dude, so it can explode 3 times as fast. Dude, you figured it out. Oh my goodness, I just remembered I have Gunpla paints. It's been so long since I painted. I was like, oh, I need to get out pink, and I was like, oh, I don't have any pink Vallejo, and then I remembered, I have pink for Char. I love how half the reds in Gundam are just dedicated to Char. Pretty peak. Pretty great franchise. Remember, Char's not the protagonist, but he sure as hell is the main character. I like how you can always tell that I've made a very stupid realization because I make a very loud, audible sound every time I do it, and I've done that several times this stream already. Wait, let me see if it comes through in the mic. Yeah, it does come through the mic. What did he realize, chat? I realized I don't have water to clean my brushes with, and I need to get water. Hold up, what's this? I don't have a basin for my water either. This is pomade. This is fiber pomade, which I cannot use. I cannot clean this out and use it to hold the water because I use this. This is an almost empty thing of pomade, and you might be like, why do you have an almost empty thing of pomade? Because when your brushes get like all frizzy, like bleh, you can use pomade, a very small amount of pomade, just the smallest amount. Like you take a little bit, just a little bit, like that much, and you might be like, I can barely see how like it's like that much, and then you can pinch your brushes after you clean them out thoroughly, and you can get the brushes as good as new. Ooh. Okay, so. But the thing is, I need a basin. A basin is a little of an extreme a term. But I need something to put the water in. I found something to put the water in, which is the good news. The bad news is it's filled with gates. You might be like, throw away the gates. There could be something important there. I don't know. I'm an idiot. There might be like a very small piece in there, so I have to check through the gates because I'm dumb. We got a Straya type F2. Ooh. Inside the thrusters can be red. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do for the thrusters. I might just keep it simple, stupid. I'm the stupid, not you. But and make them just chrome. Let's see here. We need to know what happened to Char when he piloted the Zudah and GQ. I want to imagine Amuro didn't even kill him. I want to imagine he just blew up. I imagine how that, because I forgot, yeah, in GQ it shows all, like, you know, the alternate universe, alternate timeline Chars, and one of them is in a Zudah, and it's like, honestly, he probably just blew up. Real talk, he probably just blew up. He didn't even save Lala in that universe. What happened? is he just flew so fast. He flew 4 times faster than anybody else. And that is just too much, chat. That's probably the most embarrassing death. And it's color. Okay, let me go get a bag real quick. You know what? I don't need a bag. Remember when I said that there's probably stuff in here that, like, I shouldn't throw away? Yeah, there's like a Lego in here. There's like a joint in here. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff I shouldn't throw away. Oh, there's a crack in this. Huh. Well, let's fill it up with water anyways. I see why all those were in there. I don't have water. Give me one moment. He most definitely blew up, yes, but the question is, how did he blow up? Probably by his own hand. I would love an edit of the Zudah exploding, but it's like made red. And it's just the fast, 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 and then it just abruptly explodes. That's what happened to Char. Okay, chat. Here's the question. Is the crack big enough for it to leak? Ooh, and you might be like, it's a crack. Of course it's going to leak. But is it going to leak badly? The thrusters probably blew up. I do like how it has extra verniers on it for stability. Ooh, it's not actually leaking all that bad right now. Let's see here. Nom 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 nom. Lick them clean. We're not licking things. You keep wanting to poison me. You keep wanting to poison me. You are aware that I'm a dinosaur, right? And that, like, we have really bad toxology. Like, we're better than mammals in most regards. We can survive far worse wounds and heal up better. We can breathe better and all sorts of things. But one thing we're not very good at is toxology. You know, like a little bit of air pollution, and we're like, well, I guess I'll just die then. Ooh. That's actually a big problem if you have a pet bird. Your pet bird can just die if you burn food. Usually it's actually, though, the pan. If you have a non-stick pet, if you are thinking of getting a bird, throw away, actually don't throw away, donate your non-stick pans. And you might be like, why? Because your non-stick pans, the chemicals on them, when you cook, the chemicals come off of your non-stick pans and they're harmless to you. But when they're aerosolized, they will kill birds. Birds will just drop dead from a lot of what makes non-stick pans non-stick. Let's see here. Zudah only got one thruster, right? It has one thruster, but it has multiple verniers. Hold up. It has one big thruster in the back. As you can see here, it got the big thruster. But then it has multiple little verniers. It has thrusters on its legs, more verniers on its legs. So it has more than one thruster, but if you're talking about like just moving forward thruster, it actually has 3 if you count the ones on the legs. Oh no, it has 4. There's actually 2 on either side of the legs. Then there's verniers. It actually has 4. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, if we count all of them, 4 on the legs, 5 up here, and then it has verniers all over itself. Ooh. Let's see here, chat, and then we get this piece out. Hope you're liking the stream, chat. Ooh, as in enjoying it. And if you're new here, following for more. Okay, so I think that's everything we need to paint. You know, it just took us like half an hour to get it all set up. Don't worry, we've just been talking, and we'll do a lot of that here. And then we need to get the brushes out. Let's see here. This is my smallest brush, and it needs some you need pomade. Good to know. When was the last time you need pomade? This is the 3 brush. This one needs pomade really bad. Do all of these brushes need to have a reset? Yep, that one needs a reset. This might just be brush management in the stream. That one needs a reset. Yeah, that brush needs a reset. Is that all of my brushes? Hold up, we have another one, and it also needs a reset. All of my brushes need a reset. All of them need the pomade, so I can show you live on stream what I was talking about earlier. I just tuned in. Why is your matte brown? You got me to look at, you know what? You know what? You got me to look at stream. You got me to look at OBS because of that. Good on you. You got me looking. I turned and I was like, it should be green, not brown. Oh, good on you. Good on you, Elu. I have... Oh, wait. Bro and Gundam, the Extreme versus Maxipoost on the Zudah spams his assist, which is basically 3 Zudahs exploding. So it's like the attack, what is it? It's like the Gotenks ghost attack. He just makes copies of himself that explode. That's hilarious. Oh goodness, I have a new fully built piss Bandai kit. Oh, you have a golden Bandai kit. Ooh. Which one, chat, though, is the question. Okay, so all these brushes are already clean, so I just need to use the pomade on my fingers. Ooh, and if you're like, what if you put too much pomade? Then I can wash it off. That's the great thing about pomade, is you can wash it off. And that's the problem, it washes off over time, but you just need a little bit to get them all back in place. Actually, they are toxic to people too. It takes a lot more. So I just don't have non-stick pans, is what you're telling me. Ooh. Just get a cast iron, and then, you know, have it for years and be so happy with it. Get girlfriend, she becomes wife, and then she washes with soap your cast iron, and at that point you get a divorce and never talk to her again. If you don't know, you don't watch cast irons with soap. You just kind of rinse them out. You can put oils in it and whatnot to clean it out, but the whole point of the cast iron is that it builds up over time. Ooh. There are so many horror stories where it's just like, I cleaned your cast iron, and it's just like, Grandma, why did you... Grandma, you're old enough to know you don't clean a cast iron. There's so many horror stories like that. Yes, it genuinely deals a ton of damage, and the Zudah is fast too. I love in fighting games when you just have like a joke attack like that, though. I love it when they just have like, okay, what do we do the final move as? Like, what's their strongest attack? And then it's just effectively a joke. I like how Mr. Satan from the Dragon Ball games, all of his attacks are just jokes. Because he's a joke character, but he like just drops things on people. I think his ultimate attack in Budokai is he gives a present to somebody, then runs away and hits a detonator, and the present's a bomb. I love a big-headed dino. Aw. Main focal point of the back? Yes, the main focal point of the back. If the thrust, I believe. I failed to grab the Delta 2 from the Temp Gundam base. I forgot to check when the Temp Gundam bases are arriving in America. I think there's some also come to America. Also, Southeast Asian fans, please stay safe. I know I have a lot of people in Southeast Asia. Genuinely stay safe, because right now there are storms hitting everyone. It sounds like from Vietnam to the Philippines. Ooh. One of my VTuber friends, Rosa, is in the Philippines, and she's just been getting hammered. Actually, it looks like the Deep Blue Sea stream is gonna have to wait. But I have good news. We have a backup, probably. We might get, instead of having a Filipino girl, we might be able to have a French girl instead for next Friday. And we might be watching, not Species. I tried to get Species, Opus, I'm sorry. Opus was like, you should watch Species. I suggested Species, but instead what we're going to watch is The Reanimator, which is a comedy horror based off of an H.P. Lovecraft short story. You might be like, what else about it? I don't know, I haven't seen it. And you're like, oh, so she's seen it? No, neither of us have seen it. It's completely unknown territory. We don't know what's going on. Ooh, Jeebus Christos. I need to play a PSP version. You would definitely need to metal replacement parts, though some re-engineering very questionable. Okay, I've missed some chats, and I'm sorry about that. Also, the Reg Z can't transform anymore. Once it transforms, so most of the match, you're stuck as a plane. Wait, you can transform into a plane. Wait, what? Wait. You can transform into the plane, but you can't transform out of it? Or you're just... That is so... Yeah, so you can transform one way as the Reg Z, but you can't... Or the Re-GZ, but you can't transform out of one? That has to be a coding mistake. There's no way. What? Welcome, Gundam. It keeps raining. Yeah. Yeah, it keeps raining and 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 raining. Hold up, which brush should I use for this? Okay. So let me get a little dollop of pink. Get a dollop, get a dollop of pinky. Just put that on here. Oh, this is a really big eye. That's a problem, because normally I just have like a droplet that I put on here, and then I let it dry. We're gonna take that off screen. Okay. Let's see here. Dang! It's how it feels every day. I'm sorry, Opus, that we didn't get Species. Because I've only seen the second one. I could not vouch for the first Species movie. I was like, yeah, I'm told it's good. It's a good watch along. Can you tell me anything else? No. And I feel like, well, neither of you have seen the Reanimator. Yes. Yes, but she's the guest, so I want to be accommodating. Ooh. Me and Malaysia getting protected by the Philippines. Ooh. For the typhoons. Well, you know what? You should go thank Rosa for her sacrifice. Be like, thank you, Rosa, for, you know, being in a country that's somehow even shittier than mine. You know? If not for you, my country would be that little bit shittier too. But you stop those storms. It can be detached. Okay, the Philippines bros for taking the storms. Is this a function of the okay, it can be detached. It's just a function of the regi. Okay, I'm a little confused. Is this why it's set up like that? Okay, here's airbrush paint. I need to get more airbrush paint. Here's some gold. You think I should? No, we're not gonna do gold. We do everything in gold. We also do everything in bronze. We use gold and bronze a little too much, but to be fair, this is a bronze and or copper on this kit. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so I was double checking something. I was seeing if the part of the hemispheres were different colors. The question is, do I use copper? Maybe I should get out the copper paint, actually. So we have copper, we have options here, and then we need to get out royal blue. All my paints are in a bag, and this is like the most inefficient way possible. Here's green. Here's another green. Here's a blue. Here's a black or something. Here's a thinner. We need that. No, that's a retarder. Sorry. That's a retarder. There's gray. It's literally called a retarder. I need to quickly make that clarification. This is literally a paint retarder. It thickens the paint. I love that Regi design in MS form. The MA wave rider form is it's not as clean. The legs, yeah, the legs are just it's just a pair of legs sticking out of a plane. It's not the best. Also, for the victory, you can sacrifice for limbs to, to explode. So sometimes you'd see a torso and a pair of legs running around. Torso and around. Oh my goodness! You can just sacrifice parts of your mobile suit. That's. Oh my god! I need to see if that's on the ROM hack website. Let's see here. Gloss varnish. We have a gloss varnish. Meanwhile, PSP Gundam Assault survived. Jet mode is achieved via bringing the jet add-on. Watch a bit. With the you. Watch call it. Oh my goodness! Why did you make that all one word? Whatchamacallit. And you can whatchamacallit. Okay, I understand why that's all one word now. Whatchamacallit, and you can ditch it to turn it into a mobile suit and use it again if after that. You can do that with whatchamacallit, but we might want to put dashes in between the words. That's blue-green. We can turn it into a Dozen Wolf chat. We can make it sickly green. We can. I'm literally. What am I even looking for? Thinner. Okay, we found the thinner. We need that. I'm looking for royal blue. Magic blue. No, I don't need Magic's Johnson and his magic blood. Ooh. We need, what is this? This is gold yellow. We'll get there eventually, chat. Me in Indonesia, who hasn't seen any rain for months, now almost a year, probably gives, Really? Aren't you like a tropical place? Is Indonesia kind of tropical? Hold up, where's Indonesia? Am I You're not at a desert, Indonesia. Wait, Indonesia is kind of like, ooh, might be one of those coastal areas that actually doesn't get a lot of rain. Where's Indonesia? It's green. You got palm trees. What do you mean you don't get rain? Images. You're islands. How are you not getting rain? You're an island chain. This is Indonesia, courtesy of Britannica. You know, all those islands that are in yellow, orange. Ooh, that's Indonesia. Oh yeah, they're bringing out the RG Custom, one of the AK beam rifles in Halfway 3. I like how half of the mobile suits in Halfway 3 are just like, hey, do you like the new Gundam? Yeah. Do you like the, you know, RG? No? Well, bringing it anyways. But I've seen that. The RG was in Hathaway's Flash 2, but it was transformed and it didn't do anything. It was literally just sequel bait. It was like, yeah, it's just at the airport. They're like, yeah, it's here. No, we're not going to do anything with it. No, that's for the next movie. Don't worry about it. But, you know, if you want to see in action, you're going to have to tune into the next movie. I'm just pulling out all the paints because I can't find... This is an airbrush. This is an airbrush, and this is French blue, which I should use. Where's my chrome? Natural steel. Okay. I feel like I'm missing paint, but I have so many that I can't keep track of them all. You know what? These are the paints we're working with today. We have oily steel. I don't like... Oh, chrome. There's airbrush chrome. Really, what I should have done before stream is just airbrush this whole kit, but I didn't. So we get to do it by brush, and it's going to look worse because of it, chat. Ooh. Actually, wait a minute. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't paint some of this on stream now that I think about it. Maybe I should actually just airbrush it after stream. I have the copper. I have airbrush dark blue. I literally was going to paint it on stream because I didn't realize I had the airbrushes for this. So I have all the airbrush colors to paint the... Oh. Huh. So what am I painting on stream then, if I'm going to be painting everything else off stream? You know what? I feel like it's going to be a waste of airbrush to paint the inner frame. We'll paint this part in a nice dark steel, a natural steel. Sound good? No, gunmetal's darker. We'll paint it gunmetal. Okay. Kay's help me here. Ooh. Whatchamacallit? You see, now that I've read it, I know it. I'm learning, chat. Double whammy combo of Hathaway's mental state. Let's see here. It is how it is. You know, if a Gundam protagonist isn't like, you know, some kind of traumatized, is he a good Gundam protagonist? Ooh. But remember, chat, you know, Gundam, you know, every Gundam protagonist might have some kind of trauma, but remember, it was Evangelion that invented that. Before that, never before, you know, the main characters were always just happy-go-lucky in robot shows, right? Before Shinji, no character had depression in all of anime. It never happened before, chat. Oh my goodness. We don't hate Evangelion here, but that talking point is just so amazing. I haven't seen that in a while, though, to be fair. Usually that would circulate like clockwork, like every 3 to 4 months, where somebody would just be like, where you just have like, you know, you just see somebody post or somebody make a video just like, this changed anime forever. Never before were people sad in anime. And it's just like, did you watch anime? Well, this was my first. Oh, okay. Okay. Ooh, you can tell somebody's a millennial and their first anime was Evangelion because how much they praise it. Hello, Clay. Welcome. Ooh, Evangelion is pretty good. Ooh, we're just doing a little bit of painting. You know. Ooh, I think this one's called Manning. Ooh, only my American viewers are gonna get that joke. Let's see here. But we're just doing a little bit of just getting this guy all ready and beautiful for the build. The Zudah and Xeon mobile suit with the experimental backpack that it can yeah, it's the one that can explode. It's the one that literally explodes as a plot point even. Well, I mean, I suppose it's not a plot, well, it is a plot point. It's completely a plot point when Jean-Luc explodes. Also, I'm pretty sure Jean-Luc is named after Jean-Luc Picard. Ooh, you might be like, no, Jean-Luc is just like is this a normal name? Yeah, but these are nerds. These are nerds. They saw Next Generation. They're like, yeah, we're gonna make our character named Jean-Luc. Okay, and then we're probably gonna have to apply 2 coats of paint on this little bastard. Oh, sorry for cursing. That was inappropriate of me. There was no reason for that. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, okay. Gundam and K's are just talking, so I don't need to read those. That's their own little private conversation in a public chat. I sent something in Stream Talk, Seth. Can you paint burnt metal? I don't think I have burnt metal. I have gunmetal, and that's kind of it. I don't have burnt metal. I'm sorry. Ooh, I got what I got. What did you put in Stream Talk? Don. Yes. I was like, this is a effed up image. But that guy looks like an evil spirit, so it must be Don. And then I saw, it's like, this little dude. Oh, wait, is my cursor not appearing? The little dude on the left that is under Odin. I was like, that's a Don character. And then I realized, oh, wait a minute. Everyone here is a Don character. Yeah, Don has been doing some references recently. Has been having some Gundam references. The creator's a big old nerd. I respect that. Though, to be fair, the references are coming through the nerd character himself. Let's see here. You can paint... there's a Zudah variant called the 10LE Lupus and the Zudah traveling with Xeon TV crew for some reason. Because you need the wartime propaganda, chat. You need to be like, we're the best thing ever. We know you need to... And you know what you need for propaganda? You need a camera. Okay, that's why they got it, okay? You need somebody to catalog you. You need to be like found footage style. Documentary. That's why it has a camera crew. Why does the Roughneck Chronicles, why is one of the characters just a cameraman when they're supposed to be like frontline soldiers? For propaganda, you need somebody there to film what they're doing so they can show people on the home front. That's unironically why in the Roughneck Chronicles one of the guys, instead of having a gun, just has a camera. Burnt metal is the gradient thing 40K painters do. Oh, put on the tip of guns. Oh, okay. I don't think I have the skill to do that with the Verniers, but I could try to do that with the Verniers. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, you're talking about, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. And then all these other things, I just don't think will be... All these other things just need to be put together, need to be airbrushed. So I guess we're just actually going to just... After all that setup of getting the paints out and whatnot, I guess we'll just build. Kind of disappointing. You know, we do all the setup, we get all the paints out, and then it's like, I guess we'll just build actually today. I've never been more disappointed to build actually a mobile suit. You know, the one time I'm planning not to build is the day that I actually build. There's something poetic about that. There's something deep and meaningful about that I just, you know, I can't appreciate because I am a dumb dinosaur. Let's see here. Check Stream Talk is actually new Zeta lore-wise. Oh, is it new? I saw it in the when I was looking through the Zudah information to put it into the description. Ooh, I ran over my toe. Don't worry about it. But I saw the Lupus, but I didn't click on it. Oh, that is definitely newer. Look at that Toriyama. Hold up, let me show you this real quick. Okay, yeah, this looks pretty cool. This looks pretty awesome, pretty spectacular and all. Look at this Toriyama ass fucking spaceship, man. That's like something out of Dragon Ball. Oh, they're both from the 80s. I don't care, man. oh, this is actually like a design that's been in Gundam since the... I don't care. I don't care. That is the most Capsule Corp ship I've ever seen. That is a... I expect Bulma to be in that thing. Look at that freaking thing, chat. Oh, it has that's Xeon TV. Oh my goodness. Brought to you by Capsule Corp. But that is a really, really nice... I really like how this looks. The legs are inspired by something, but I can't place them. Ooh, it's pinkish. It's magenta? It is pink. Ooh, oh, it's Lepus? Or is it Lupus? Does it have lupus? Does the pilot have lupus and that's why it's called the Lepus? The Lepus is the new mobile suit used by the EMS-10 Zudah under the untitled maintenance plan. In addition to the basic framework of the... my head's turned away, so that's why tracking's a little weird. Is reinforced and the limbs and generators, Gian Krieger. Oh, okay, so it's the Gian, okay. Weird thing, when I put my picture, for the schedule, we didn't talk about the schedule, did we? We did not talk about the schedule. We did not talk about the schedule. I just realized we did not talk about... We have not talked about the schedule all month. Oh my. That's no good. That's no good at all. That's awful. We did not talk about the schedule. What I was going to say is in the schedule, the sketch program, which is Canvas that I use to get the sketch right here. For some reason, the sketch program, the algorithm added comfort. It just labeled, it labeled the head as comfort head. It just labeled this whole thing as comfort. Everything was just labeled as comfort. And firstly, I don't know why Canvas knows what a comfort is. But also, apparently it doesn't, because it just labeled everything on this mobile zoo a comfort. And I was really confused. Hello, Cheeton! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ooh. I hope you're having a good night. Ooh, Cheeton is the person we rated last stream. Ooh. He gave us a little shout out, which we appreciate. Ooh. If you didn't check him out, if you weren't here for the watch along last stream because it went a little late, make sure you check out Cheeton now. Ooh. He's on Twitch for YouTube. That's Cheeton Niumu. But welcome, Cheeton. Let's see here. Lol, it is. Did you see that one cruise liner in the origin was literally just... Yes, it was an upside down Musai, which I really like that detail. Because it implies, it's like, how did Zeon make a giant fleet of warships and nobody noticed? I know they're like the farthest colony from Earth, but how do you do that and nobody notices? And it's like, well, just make your warships as normal ships, then add the armor and guns later. And I'm like, that's actually really smart. That's actually some good world building. Listen, Gundam the Origin, is it canon? Not really. But do I want that to be canon? Absolutely. That's a really good touch. But yeah, I love that because it's unrecognizable. The Musai, they just turn the Musai upside down and they're like, what's this new spaceship? You know, we've never seen it before. God, it looks like a Star Wars spaceship with it being like really heavy up top and then having a tail dipping down. It's like nothing you've seen before, and then they flip it, and you're like, oh! you make the surprise Pog meme face. It's really nice. Let's see here. Crap! What just fell out of that bag? Oh, that bag was open, and something just fell out. Oh no! What fell out? Something fell out, and it was kind of large. I don't know. Oh, no, that's bad. Something just fell out of the bag. Why was the bag open? Why were you... I think that's like the one bag I didn't pull parts out of. Why were you open? Ah, crap. What fell out? What fell out? Crap. Crap. That better not be what fell out. Of course it's a black thing. That sounds so wrong. It just is the fact that that's going to make it even harder to find. Oh, reversible spaceship, yes. There's some cool shit in a... Gundam the Origin is such a mixed bag of just like, oh, this is like some really nice lore, and then it's just like char fan fiction. It's just such a schizophrenic time, and it's honestly amazing for it. You're doing all right. Hope you're doing great. I'm not doing as great as I was, a few seconds ago. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was doing a lot better a few seconds ago before that piece just fell on the floor. And I'd be like, you can't be that hard to find. It's just on the floor. You have no idea how dirty this floor is. I really need to clean it. Oh, there's just okay. Zeon supply ship is the upside down Musai as well. Yeah. Oh my goodness. This is silly. If you're enjoying this silly time, follow and like for more, but I oh, this is awful. Where are my gloves? I need to get out a new pair of gloves. I need to get out. I'm gonna have to go down, chat. UC Gundam is constantly swinging between we're trying very hardcore sci-fi to new type Jedi mind battles. Yes. It is the epitome of Gundam, not only because it's the starting point, but because you'll have the most silly and like grounded, serious things in the UC. You have. Ooh, hold up. You have War in the Pocket is UC, and also is Double Zeta Gundam. You know. War in the Pocket, war is bad and you should feel bad. Double Zeta, let's have a wacky time, everybody. The first 3 episodes of Double Zeta Gundam can just be summarized as that song of just that like that silly like rodeo music when they're chasing the chicken or whatever, or chasing a pig. That is the first 3 episodes of Double Zeta. It gets more serious as it goes along, but it's very gradual. Oh boy, like every Gundam series, it gets dark and people start dying. Not as many as you might think. Oh, there's the piece. Oh, that's a Lego. Where is the piece? Are you kidding me right now? Can we just not build the torso today? Wait, what's that? For you. You're a piece from a different mobile suit. No! Where? I can't believe this happened. Chat, don't be naughty. I can't look at chat right now. I'm literally under the desk, just throwing things around. Okay, I know I said it was dirty under here, but it's not that dirty. Where is it? I have no idea where this piece went. It did the classic Gunpla thing where a piece hit the floor and then fell into another universe. Okay, so we're not building the torso today. I guess we'll just build everything else. You know, this is a 2-part stream anyways. It's fine. It's fine. Meanwhile, 83 is goated for trying to Top Gun Gundam Stardust Memories. You got the nice rivalry between the pilots. I still love how I always describe Gato as just he's just he's just the South Sarais again, but Zeon. Now what if a Confederate got a nuke? That's the plot. What if during the Reconstruction period after the Civil War, a Confederate got a nuke? That's and also Top Gun. That is the plot for Stardust Memory, and it's amazing. Let me get. Okay, I'm not gonna find that piece tonight. There's just no way. I probably missed quite a few chats because I had to look for that and wasn't able to find it. Oh wait, there's the piece. Wait, that's not the piece I was looking for. Wait, that's not the piece I was looking for. That's a different piece. Wait, that's not the piece I was looking for. That's a different piece. That's worse. Because that means I'm missing the... No! No! This is worse. This is worse. You found the piece, though. You don't understand. I was looking for this piece right here. And maybe like, yeah, and? Chat, that piece is black. That piece is, that piece. The piece, I found this piece. Hold up. Let me get it out for you. I want to just wipe it off because it was on the floor. But that's the piece I found. So the question is, where's this piece then? Oh no, this is... It's still on the runner. Still on the runner. Good news, it's still on the runner. You had an ad, BRB? Okay, good, don't worry about it. I hope the ad's not too long. It should only be like 30-second ads. I hope it's not too long for you. Alert, alert. We can't see you what you're talking about. That's true. We're gonna talk about the schedule. We're doing Gunpla today. We're continuing the Frieza arc on Wednesday. And because I don't have art for it yet, we're not playing Densha Attack. I was gonna play Densha Attack, but then I wanted to get myself on a skateboard looking cool. So instead we're gonna do Dino games on Friday. But anyways, oh! Let me show you what we're up to, but first, what is this? Not Undertale, the other one. The other one that is constant, that the only thing I know about Undertale and the other game that I don't even know the name of is that the creator does not talk to Western fans because he hates them, and he only communicates with Japanese fans because they actually engage with the story and characters. Ooh. That's all I know about that franchise, is that the creator does not interact with the Western fans because he's like, you people are insufferable and I hate you. You make everything into like a socio-political statement when I'm just making a story. And then the Japanese are like, I love this character and I love their character development. I like it when they do this. And he's like, yeah, based. Okay, now I need to find my gloves. After all that, I now need to find my gloves. I could just do this. No, chat, I could be canonical for one. No, I could just be canon. That's an option. Like, it's always an option just to be canon. I mean, it's not canon what I'm about to do, but it's like half canon. I always wear black gloves on stream, but I never actually wear the black I never actually wear my character's gloves. Which, I mean, this isn't actually correct, but the closest thing I can do is put on 2 artist gloves. Why do you have 2 artist gloves? I have 6 artist gloves. Why do you have 6 artist gloves? I lose them a lot. Some fan bases are just like that, unfortunately. Yeah, it's just... yeah, it's just... Yeah. I remember back in the day when people like considered JoJo's to have like the best fan base, and even they've kind of gone downhill in the last decade or so. It's just rough. It's just rough, man. You want your hobbies to be niche, in all honesty, because fair weather fans are they're just annoying. They're gonna drag you down. Back. Welcome back. I should what? Hey Dino, look up. What? A ceiling. Oh my goodness. Where did that info come from? Which info? I'm already forgot what I was talking about. We gotta have to be a little more specific. My brain is very fried right now because I was very panicky looking for that piece that I did not lose but did lose. Ooh. Oh, that's kind of that sums up a lot of things, didn't it? That piece that I didn't lose but did lose. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, so here's the pieces. It's not Undertale. Don't tell me the name of it. I'll get there eventually. It's not Undertale. Undertale is the first game. What's the name of the other one? They're both inspired by Earthbound. Let me get out the polycap screw. Oops, there's a lot of polycaps on this boy. It's not Homestuck. That's a different thing with a very controversial fan base. Ooh, what is it? What is it? What? I have no idea what it is. About Toby Fox. Toby Fox not interested in the fan stuff. But he doesn't look at a fan theory since I know what my story is. That's actually that just makes sense. Ooh. Honestly, if I can be honest with you, I want to blame game theory for, you know, ruining fan theories, but to be honest, they were kind of always bad. Ooh. Game theory, I can't blame for that. Ooh. But a lot of fan theories are just, hey, what if this would happen? And it's like, what's your logic? Because it would be cool. Okay, but like, what about actually what happens in the show that justifies it? And then they start giving examples in the show, and you just kind of sit there and go like, oh, you didn't watch the show, did you? You didn't play this game or watch this show, because that is just not what happens in it. Ooh. Let's see here, we need this piece. But, you know, that's also part of the fun of fan theories and whatnot. Actually, speaking of fan theories, I have a fan theory that is just correct, if you want one that's just serious, and that is that the Dilophosaurus was purposely the Dilophosaurus in Jurassic Park is purposely reconstructed incorrectly, because it's a metaphor for the whole movie. Also, the compies in Jurassic Park, the novel, are the dinosaurs that get out and are poisonous. So what they did in the movie is that they got rid of the compies and they combined it with the Dilophosaurus. It's now poisonous, it's now smaller because it's a juvenile. Earlier in the movie, when they go to the Dilophosaurus pin, there's no Dilophosauruses. Why? Because they've already escaped. The Dilophosaurus is just is the Boromir of Jurassic Park. Nobody understands it. That it's like Boromir's an asshole. The Dilophosaurus is reconstructed incorrectly. No, it's meant to look like that. It's meant to be an incorrectly reconstructed dinosaur, because the Dilophosaurus, for the first 20 years of its existence, was reconstructed incorrectly. It's all intentional, bro. You don't get it. That's actually just a real thing, is that the Dilophosaurus is intentionally that way. It is intentionally a juvenile. In fact, Nedry alludes to it being a juvenile when he says, oh, hey, I thought you were one of your bigger brothers. Meaning that a Dilophosaurus normally grows larger. The whole, like, you know, also I like how a lot of people don't, if you just point out how, like, throughout the movie of Jurassic Park, almost every scene, the park is complete crap. The park is like the worst park you've ever seen in existence before the dinosaurs even escape. And if you just pay attention, you can just see that throughout the movie. The park is just horrible. It is a horrendous, terrible park on multiple levels. And if you watch the movie, you can just point out how just like nothing, like spared no expense. Maybe you should have, like, you know, maybe you should have just like given a little bit more expense to quality assurance. Because there's so many little small things easy to miss in the movie about how bad the park is. People take game theory and Vadi videos take it as gospel and really annoying. Yeah, I feel like the problem isn't game theory. It's kind of like it's the fans. Sadly, it's the fact that people watch it. You're right. The problem isn't really them. It's the fact that the people who watch it, and it's like, here's just some like silly internet content, and then they take it completely seriously. It's like Cinema Sins. Cinema Sins people treat like, you know, they're like the, you know, a curse upon movie criticism. But then when you like look at Cinema Sins, it's like, oh, a lot of these are jokes. Some of them are like real criticisms, and it's kind of a mixed bag. If what he was saying was a joke or criticism, he kind of does like a little bit of Schrodinger's, oh, which one was it? Which is a bit annoying. But a lot of people look at that and go like, oh, like that's the worst thing ever. And it's only bad when people like take Cinema Sins, you know, seriously, when they do see credits and they go, oh, you know, like roll credits at the start of a movie. That's insufferable. You know, it's fine in Cinema Sins, but don't do that stuff in real life. That's really insufferable. When people, what else? When people hear the title of the movie and they go roll credits, it's like, no, don't do that. Stop that. We don't do that here. Okay, it's fine. You know, it's fine in Cinema Sins because it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, and he does take himself a little too seriously at times. But as a little tongue-in-cheek, you don't do that while I'm actually watching a movie, though. Don't. Ooh. Hi, Lara. Ooh. We were talking about movies and whatnot. We were talking about Cinema Sins, but I really want to talk about Jurassic Park more. Actually, I want to talk about Lord of the Rings and how people actually watch it and come away with their favorite character not being Boromir. Even though, like the Dilophosaurus from Jurassic Park, all of the themes, all of the, like, subtext of the film are boiled down to that one character and their pivotal scene. The Dilophosaurus being escaped, the Dilophosaurus being a juvenile, the Dilophosaurus being reconstructed incorrectly. are all part of like are all part of Jurassic Park telling you about everything wrong with Jurassic Park. You know, like, again, it's escaped, it's a juvenile, so this has been going on for a while, the breeding has, it's reconstructed incorrectly, so they're not even really making actual dinosaurs, they're just making Frankenstein monsters. All these things, you know, is just it boiled down to that scene. And the same thing goes for Boromir, where Boromir is the corruption of the One Ring, how the One Ring will eventually eat away at anyone's will and turn them to do things that they regret. But even when you fall, even when he goes after Frodo to try to take the One Ring, what does he do immediately after? He feels regret. He feels guilt. And then, without hesitation, he goes to defend the hobbits. Without a moment's hesitation, when the orcs attack, he picks up his sword and begins defending Merry and Pippin. He redeems himself because that is what man is capable of. A man will make mistakes, but man can redeem himself. It is only up to his, but he must choose to do so. That is Lord of the, like, that is a big part of Lord of the Rings and a big part of Tolkien's Catholic faith also. But that is like a core element of Lord of the Rings, and it just is epitomed through Boromir, through the build up throughout Fellowship of the Ring, and then the end scene with him. You are my captain. You are my friend. You are my king. When Aragorn is holding him as he's passing. Spoilers, by the way, but this is like a 70-year-old book. Read it. But in the movie, when Aragorn comes up to him, it's like I will like get the ring, you know, to I'll get the ring to Frodo will get the ring to Mordor. Our people will be saved. And up until that point, Aragorn has been calling, you know, the people of Gondor, Boromir's people. But this is the first time he says, our people. And Boromir notices and he goes, our people. And at that moment, he recognizes, after denying the kingship of Aragorn the whole movie, at that point, he recognizes it. You were my captain, you were my friend, you were my king. And then he dies. And it's just, and then, this isn't in the books, it's in the movies. The fact that, and this was actually Viggo Mortensen, the actor for Aragorn's idea. Aragorn takes the van braces off of, and that's the arm guards, takes the van braces off of Boromir and puts them on himself. And if you watch the movies throughout the rest of the Fellowship, throughout the rest of Lord of the Rings, the movies, Aragorn is wearing Boromir's van braces in memory of him. It's such a good movie. And it's a reminder throughout the films that man may fall, but he can always redeem himself. It's so good. Hey, what MG should I get? I've done model cars for 7 years and 5 high grades recently. Randomly found you. Firstly, it matters what master grades are available because they roll in and out of being in print. So some master grades will be better in print, some won't be. I would love to tell you to get the Zaku 2 because it's older. The Zaku 2.0 is older. But it is a very, like, you know, steady kit. It's very good. Problem is, it's impossible to find. If you want a mass production, if you want pink chars, it's easy to find. I'd say one of the kits I've had the most fun building and one of my favorite master grades, I would go with the Alex. I haven't built too many master grades, but if you see the Alex 2.0, that's a really good master grade. Chat, if you have any suggestions for this guy, throw them out, because I have not built too many master grades. I've built a lot of high grades, a lot of high grades. But master grades take me a lot longer. We just finished the Verka, the new Gundam Verka master grade. That's pretty good. It's a little older and its joints will wear down over time. It'll come out of the box pretty nice, but over time it will wear down a little because it's all polycaps and he's a big boy. But I would say those would probably be my top 3 picks, but those are just my 3 favorite ones. Master grades in general are usually pretty good. Oh, if you build a Verka, anything with 3.0 hands, whether it's the Gundam The Origin RX-78, which is also a pretty good kit, or anything like that, what I would recommend is be very careful with the hands if it has 3.0 hands. So that's like RX-78 3.0 and whatnot. No! Recommend a kit, mahoots. Be a friend. Verka, should, ooh, I have the Zeta Verka. I have the Zeta 2.0. I think I have 3 Master Grade Zetas that I've yet to build. And you might be like, did you just say 3? I think it's only 2, but it might be 3. I have, hold up. 1. Chat, we don't need to count. We have, wait a minute. What am I doing, chat? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't need to count how many I have. I can just go to my backlog and see for myself, chat. We go to card. If you go to my link, if you're on YouTube and you go to card, you can, the final link in my link extension is a Notion, and the Notion has my entire backlog on it. All 80 something kits. There's like 84. Zeta 2.0. Yep. Zeta Gundam Verka. Okay, I only have 2 Zetas Master Grades. I thought I had 3 Zeta Master Grades. I don't know what's more concerning. What the fuck? Don't worry about it. They made a Master Grade ball? Yes. Don't get the... Unless you really want it, I'd say don't get the P Bandai Master Grade Spider Ball, because that one's a little... I've heard that it's like, it's a gimmick kit, to be honest. That's the problem with it. There's a third party, I think, Master Grade or 1/60th ball that looks really good. You might want to look into that one if you're interested in the ball. There's a lot of options, is the thing, and there's a lot of kits I've yet to get to. The Zetas, I've heard the 2.0 Zeta and the Verka are both very good Master Grades. Master Grades are usually pretty solid, if I may be honest with you. Usually, like, when people like, this Master Grade is terrible, like the Dom, they're like, oh, this is the worst kit ever. And, like, you look inside and it's like, its hands aren't very good. It's like, is there anything else to it? I've never heard anyone complain about anything outside of the hands on the Dom 1.5. And it's like, oh. And that's enough for people to say it's the worst Master Grade ever? Some people, yeah, believe it or not. So Master Grades are pretty reliable, I would say. Perfect grade. I have a perfect grade Zaku that I want to build. Maybe we'll build that when I get a my 1.0 model. You like the Polyball? Is that the Spider Ball? Polyball. Hope you're enjoying the stream, chat. Polyball Gundam. Yeah, I love how the Polyball looks. Ooh. If you like it, like, I would say get it. Ooh, this is the Polyball. It's the Spider Ball. Ooh, I always forget it's called the Poly. But this is the Polyball. It looks great. It looks really nice. It's a very fun gimmick. Ooh, but what I hear is that it kind of just stands there. Is that if you want it to have a little bit more dynamic posing, you're gonna be fighting with it because it has 4 legs and the legs are, it's a bit of an older kit, is all I'm saying. I'm not saying, like, don't get, I kind of feel like I undersold it. It's just the fact that it's very much the fact that it's a Spider Ball is why you buy it. And if you want a Spider Ball, you won't be disappointed. If you expect more from it, it's a Spider Ball. Why do you expect more from it? Reminds me of the Leaper from Arc Raiders. Okay. RX-93 New Gundam is what I get next if I get back into Gunpla. The new Gundam, I don't think I've had a new Gundam build that wasn't good. The Verka, even though it's really old, is really nice. Is this the right... How do you plug in? The Real Grade's amazing. The new Real Grade is also very good. I have not built the high grade, and I feel like I don't want to build the high grade. I feel like I might just donate that or something. And it might be like, why? Because I have too many kits, and I need to start, like, giving them away. I might just give it to the store that I bought it from. I might literally go to the store and be like, hey, can I give you this kit? And they're like, you want to return it? No. I bought this kit 3 years ago, and I built other new Gundams, and I just put this on your shelf, you know? It's free money. Just take it back. You guys haven't gotten a shipment of Gunpla in like 6 months. You need the stock. Oh, reminds me of a... Okay, I already read that. I never like a Federation. Sorry for missing some chats, by the way. Never liked the Federation, so I only got Mobile Ball and High Grade Ball. Ooh. A lot of Federation mobile suits I wasn't the biggest fan of until like later on. Like the gym admittedly had to grow on me, which I'm sure is probably considered blasphemy in some circles. I'm just holding this piece and I'm not figuring out. Okay, so you like this, then you go like this. No, you go like this. Yes. Free restock. Yes, it's a free restock for them. They should take my reverse patronage. Is it still patronage if I give them something? If I give them something, I don't know. It's like I'm paying them. But ignore that the stand, buy another stand for the Efreath, ooh, high grade Efreath. Ooh. I didn't know the high grade Efreath came with one, high grade Efreath. Wait, that's a Witch for Mercury kit? Is it? Ilfrith? There's so many. Keeping track of all the Gundams is just impossible. Yes, I didn't know that it came with a stand. Yeah, if a Gunpla comes with a stand, it'll hold up the kit, hopefully. That's not a guarantee, I'm gonna be honest with you. If it comes with a stand, it's nice, but it's better to get like an official stand. Ooh. You might be like, well, isn't the stand it comes with official? You know what I mean. Ooh. Okay, so that, we can't do that right now. We have to hold off. What's that? B? Okay, so backpack. If you're enjoying the stream and you're new here, don't forget to follow so you don't miss out on more, by the way. Where is... This music is so exciting. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here absolutely confused as to what I am doing. B? Oh, look, there's all the Vernairs. Why didn't I cut them out? Because I would have lost them. Smart move, Seth. Smart move. The problem is I don't know where B26 is. And I'm a little scared that's what fell out. Because I said, well, no, we know what fell out. It wasn't B26. We found the piece that fell out. So where's B26? Oh, is that B26? Wait. No, those are the arms. You know what? We're not building the backpack right now anyways. It's fine. Give me Seth. I'll give you what... I almost said something very bad. Speaking of GM, you like the GM Sniper too? The GM Custom, which is just like the GM Sniper Custom, or... There's like... I forget what it is. I forget it's called like the GM Custom or the GM Sniper, but it's effectively just a GM Custom that was given to Ace pilots. I like that one a lot. Ooh. I really like the sniping GM mobile suit. I like sniping mobile suits in general. I love the Ifrit Jaeger. I love the GM Sniper. I love the Zaku. Is it called the Zaku Sniper? You think it would be, but like, I don't know. But I love sniping mobile suits. Go so hard. Head. We need to add another... Do we want to add another layer of paint? I don't. Do we want to add another layer of paint? No. One is good enough. One coating is good. It's literally not going to be visible anyways. One coating is good enough. Ooh. Okay. So, let's build the head now. Oh, wait. We need the mono eye. Do you think it's dry? I hope it's dry. Let's see here. By the way, I already apologize for missing chats. I don't need to do that constantly. Yes, we, the stand, it's, bad. Ooh, it just falls, oh, no. Wait, does it fall in the stand, or does it fall out of the stand? Is for, lighting effects. Oh, okay. The stand is for lighting effects. Goodness, I wish they made, big range kits and, make it slightly bigger than the Neo Zeon. Oh, that's one of the real... I keep forgetting I have a real grade Neo Zeon. We need to build that sometime. But when? Maybe in the anniversary for the Battle of Jaburo. Let's see here. Oh, okay, so this is interesting. What's interesting? Let me tell him. Normally how, like, mono eyes go in, they plug in, like, on the bottom. This guy's mono eye plugs in from the top, it looks like. So he... If I can get this in... Also, the track just cycled back, so I have to change to another track when this song is done. Has it really only been? Huh. That's the first time this track is cycled. We have been having a very chatty... It feels like we've been here for 3 hours in a good way. Nat, what? Oh yeah, Claire Obscure. Dad, do you want me to play more Claire Obscure? Do you want me to play Legend of Zelda? Do you want me to play Halo? Or do you want me to play... What's the other one I have? I don't know. Metroid. which BGM do you want us to continue with? Oh, it wasn't completely dry. The eye was not completely dry. Wonderful. The Neo Zeong is the biggest high grade, and I assume it's all... Well, no, wait, the Neo Zeong, yes. Yeah, I have a Zeong, Oh, did I say... Yeah, I misread you. Yeah, I just have a Zeong real grade. And the Neo Zeong is massive, and I love seeing it on people's shelves, and it looks so silly, because it's so big. It looks like it doesn't belong with a bunch of high grades, but it does. Is this a super suit? It's like if they made a high grade of the Alpha. The Alpha would also look silly. New Gundam theme. That will get us hit by Bandai. I don't want to get hit by Bandai, so we can't put that. We can't put Gundam music on. Ooh, we can put game music on. That's the limit of what we can do, sadly. I really like the touch. I don't know if you can see it. So I'll describe it. There are rails in the eye, in the head, for the eye to go up and down, even though the eye can't move up and down. So I don't really understand the point of the rails when there is a literal beam right in the center of the eye. So, kind of really pointless. Now that I think about it. Let's see here. I have 2 of them, and it's the big as... Why do you have 2? Why do you have 2? Where do you even put them? Oh my goodness. If you don't know, it's pretty much the size of like a newborn baby, if not bigger. It's a big mecha. Let's see, it's a very, very big boy. And then I think I have to put the eye on first. And then I put the other one on. No, don't do this to me. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold up. What are you doing? There's a trick that to make an mono eye move, you can just use vibration. So if you just tap, 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 you can see it's getting off center little by little. And that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to fix it. You know, that's good enough. I'll fix it later off stream. Ooh, let's see here. I might take the head apart and paint the top of the head like a different shade of blue to help it stand out a little. And then you put the head in, and, you know, despite having the thickest neck I've ever seen in a mobile suit, guy has not too bad head articulation considering what he's working with. I mean, he's not moving a lot, but I mean, Zaku's don't have a lot of motion either, to be honest. Let's see, without the gas tank, because I put it, okay, that makes it a lot smaller without the fuel tanks. It's gonna fall from the shelf. Yeah, you don't want that. Yeah, I know that. My, a kit that I love, a master grade that I love, my F91, I believe it's called, the F91. Mine fell off the shelf, and I had to buy a new F91 because it broke. The leg joint completely broke. The head exploded. I don't know where the head is anymore. So I was just like, I'm just gonna buy a new one and just keep the old one for spare parts. F91, another good master grade. I really like the F91 master grade. Like it a lot more than the high grade. The high grade is nice and all, but it's so small that he just becomes spaghetti in your hands. Those joints give away really fast from my experience. Okay, A. Let's see here. Oh, this is the arm. So we had the bag for the arm earlier. Even the mega-sized unicorn seems like a high grade. Mega size, those are the... Oh, I had a chance to get a Zaku Mega before, and somebody else bought it. I'm never gonna get that opportunity again. But to be fair, aren't Megas just pretty simple overall? They're kind of meant to just be scaled up not scaled up high grades, but they're meant to be not too detailed rich. They're just meant to be bigger versions of the kit. The whole gimmick is just big. Let's see here. Or are you saying in comparison next to it, it looks like a high grade? And next to the Neo Zeong. Let's see here. We have... Oh! Crap. Hey, chat, remember those pieces I cut out earlier and I didn't need? I need them now. They're right here, luckily. Okay, so we need those pieces. And then I need... I think it looks like a... Hey, chat, remember when I said we need to get out the arm bag? Guess what these are? These are the legs. We're just gonna move those to the side, and then we're gonna get out the arms for real this time. There we go. We got out the arms for real this time. We're doing it. The F90 is good too. I've only heard good things about the F90. What have I done? Okay, Ding da dee da. Nobody said what they wanted for music, so I'm gonna put on Metroid. And if you did say you wanted something for music, I did not see you. Ooh. I like Metroid though, so we're gonna put on some Metroid. Wait, but we haven't been able to put on we're putting on Zelda music. We're putting on Twilight Princess. You know what, chat? No. No, last stream, you guys didn't vote for Twilight Princess, and I was salty about that. You guys were like, no, I don't want to listen to this. No, this is... Chat was like, no. No, I don't want this. I don't want one of the best... All Zelda soundtracks are great, to be fair, but I don't want one of the best Zelda soundtracks that ever was. No. I want Clair Obscur for, like, the 5th time in a row. I get it. Clair Obscur is good. Always Clair Obscur and Metroid with you guys. I can't spell today. Don't worry. I can't read any day. I discovered Gundam 00 Virtue. I'm getting that hefty fella. Whoop. Is that an Exia? Wait, no, wait a second. Gundam. I thought that was an Exia variant for a second. 00 Virtue. Please tell me. Please tell me. Oh my, yes, that is the one that turns into, that has dreadlocks when its armor comes off, and you're like, be like, what? Yes, okay. So this is a really cool mobile suit. He's getting the Virtue, which looks like this. But all that armor can come off. I love how chonky he is. He's a big fat fuck. But when the armor comes off, it has a bunch of Twizzlers coming out of its head, and it looks like this. Ooh, this is also the Gundam Virtue Master Grade. I forget if you have to buy them separately to get the different variants. I can't remember. Or if you can get the Master... Or if... I think that might be a situation where, like, you can get just the de-armored version. I don't know. And the armored version. I can't quite remember, but... Yeah. If you get it, you might be getting 2 for the price of 1. So keep an eye out for that. Ooh, but yeah, that is a very fun mobile suit. It is the best of both worlds. You can have a thin, acrobatic mobile suit when you want it, and you can have a big, chonky, I'm just a chud mobile suit. Oh my goodness, but nothing is chonkier. Nobody is more of a... Nobody is more than... Oh no. Oh no, I forget its name. Gundam with the nuke. Gundam with the nuke! Don't fail me now, Google, with the nuke launcher. Yes, yes, piloted by Gato. Nothing is more of a fat fuck than this beautiful boy. Look at him. His thing is that he has a shield to defend against nuclear blast. And he's like, why would he need a shield to defend against nuclear blast? Because you see that rocket launcher on his back? It fires nukes. I love this boy, dude. It is the Gundam. It's not the Elysius, right? It's not the Zephyrite. It is the Physalis. The Physalis Gundam. That is a very old master grade. You're gonna want to get third party if you get the Physalis. There's some newer third party master grades that I've heard good things about. I can't say what the brands are because I can't remember them. But the old one, the old kit is so old that the box art is CGI. Okay, and if you don't know, in Gundam, if you see the box art and it's CGI, that kit is old. That kit's like from like the early 2000s, probably the 90s. That is an old kit. GP02, bro stole them from the feds. Yes, he also stole it from the feds. The feds were like, well, we're no longer fighting Zeon, so that whole no nukes thing no longer applies. That was just something for Zeon. And if Zeon doesn't exist anymore, then there's like the treaty is no longer in effect. Therefore, we can just use nukes again. First time they use nukes, immediately get stolen, used against them, destroy half their fleet. As you do. I love Federation incompetence. It's really fun. Gundam is a very fun series. Let's see here. Where are we going? Zeon will rise again! Hail Zeon! I love how Tomino, for like, Tomino's one of the best creators in my opinion, because he's one of those creators who's like, what I make is awful, and nobody understands what I make, and like, they just don't get it. They're all fools who don't understand my hurt and trauma, but also then he'll go up on stage, and with everyone else start going, Hail Neo Zeon! Hail Neo Zeon! And I'm like, that's the best of both worlds, where like he'll be this depressed artist who's just like, nobody understands me. But then when the time comes, he'll come out, feel the energy of all the people who do understand him, who do love him, and then just be like, yeah. He'll just start saying, yeah, Space Germany, let's go! Oh, goodness. I love Tomino because he's one of those artists that any given day when they interview him, he'll either be the most like, he'll be cautiously optimistic or the most doomer-pilled person in existence, and you never know which one it's gonna be when you open up an interview. Every time you read, whenever you read Tomino saying something, you're always like, oh, what mood is he in today? Let's spin the wheel. Oh my goodness, he always keeps you guessing. Ooh. I feel like maybe I shouldn't be like, oh, he always keeps you guessing. He's always depressed. Maybe that's not the best way to phrase it. That makes me sound like a bit like a sociopath, chat. Am I the bad guy? But all seriousness, Tomino is a great artist. He is a guy who does great work. He second guesses his work all the time. He's always like, this isn't my best work. I could have done better. Which you want in an artist, but he's still willing to acknowledge when other people like his work. And he appreciates it. Ooh. He's not like Michael Moore, who's like, you don't understand my work. You're an idiot. I hate you. My work is very deep. You just don't understand you don't understand my comic. Michael Moore, I don't think you understand comics. You know? Don't say I don't understand your comic, Michael Moore. I don't think you understand what a comic book is. I forget, was it Michael Moore who made like like Snow White and like other fairy tale girls, but then it's like just a hentai? Was it Michael Moore who did that? He did some weird he did like Watchmen and V for Vendetta. But was he also the one who did like, again, I know this is coming out of the blue, but, and you guys are anime fans, not comic fans, but there's usually a little bit of overlap. Did he make, who made some well-known comic author made like Snow White and whatnot, and like, you know, like Rapunzel and what have you, but it's just a hentai. Kind of like that game that's coming out, but not as good. Let's see here. What is that called? I forget. I don't even remember what it's called. I can't even find it. Imagine losing nuclear power MS 3 times. Like, never underestimate the Federation's incompetence. It is legendary. It is amazing. I love Federation incompetence. It's one of my favorite things. Ooh, speaking of comics, I think one of the things I don't like the most about comics, I love comics. There's a lot of comics I read. I own some comics. But one thing I don't like about comics is the term graphic novel. I don't like that. It feels so insecure. Like, we can't be called comics because comics are for kids. It's a graphic novel, and it's like, just accept what you are. You're a comic. It's okay to be a comic. It's okay, you know? It's okay to, like, you know, like childish things. You don't need to be like, we're graphic novels. We're mature. No. If you're trying to sound mature, then you actually don't sound it. You just gotta be mature. Ooh. I do like, though my favorite word for comic is actually what they have in France, and it's probably just French for comic, to be honest, but French comics are called bande dessinées. And you might be like, what does that mean? I don't know what it means, but I just really like the sound it makes when I say it. I really like the sound of French words, which is why if any language I would learn, it would be French. Ooh. You might be like, but you're a weeb, shouldn't it be anime? Shouldn't it be Japanese? You know what, we're just gonna call Japanese anime tongue now. Anime language, anime speak. But no, again, I just love the sound of French. I love the sound of French. Ooh. We actually should be collabing with a French woman coming up next week, actually, now that I think about it. Ooh, I talked about that a little bit earlier in stream, but we might have a watch-along with a French lady. Let's see here. But one of my favorite words to say is risque. Ooh, if you wondered what I just did with my hand every time I say risque, it's a verb, it's a literal physical tick because I've said it so many times. But every time I say risque, I sometimes like roll my tongue as well. I do this with my hand. You might think like that's really weird. I've been doing it for years. Risque. If you don't know what the word risque means, it means ecchi. It's the American word for ecchi. Only like not comedic. Ooh, is a good way to think of the word risque. I need to drink water. My vocal cords are not appreciative of how I'm treating them right now. Okay, talking like that makes it worse. It's a book. Imagine losing. Okay. Whoa. I would just say they're reading anime books. That's one way to put it. Crap. Why are you not clicking together? Well, this is just like my last relationship. Why aren't you clicking? Okay. That's just depressing. Okay, give me 1 minute. The dog is being a piece of shit, and I need to take care of him real quick. Sorry for that. Sorry about that. When my dog is extra naughty, he has to be in here with us. He was being apparently very naughty. I'm gonna guess he asked somebody to go outside like 3 times in half an hour.
Life, finds a way.
I don't know why, but around 10 o'clock or past 10, after 10, he starts doing that. Okay, sorry for that though. The F91 is really nice. The master grade is really nice. I would actually. That is one of my first master grades, and I really love it. Just be aware that... Just be careful when you display it, because if it falls from a high place, it can break very easily, because it's so small, it's not as sturdy as other master grades, and its head will explode. It has a backup head. It has 2 heads that you can build it with. But both heads are very fragile, and both will just explode. And you might be like, well, it fell 6 feet. Of course it's going to explode. My Gundam Alex fell from the same height, and it didn't break. Its head came off, but the head stayed in one piece. It was beautiful. The Gundam Alex is a beast. It fell 6 feet and had no problems. I was able to pick it up and put it back on the shelf. The F91 is just gone forever. And that was, again, one of our first mobile suits that we ever built on stream. Yes, Gunner, you're adorable. He's like, why are you talking to the voices again? Are you okay? Okay, let me... Okay, why are you difficult with me? What am I doing wrong here? I do many things wrong, but I just don't know what I'm doing. Oh! Why do I have to sound like an idiot every time I come to a realization? Why do I just have to sound like the dumbest person on the planet Why do I have to make giant loud gasps? That's not even for stream. That's actually just real me. That's just me actually going, oh. Okay. You're gonna make a list? There's a lot of good ones to pick from is the thing. So saying like, where do I start? You have options. You have choices. If you go onto the Discord, which you can find through the card link, I'm sure people, if you just ask in the model showcase, I'm sure Ricey or Gundam or someone is going to give you some more to like look into. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see here, and then we need this piece. Okay, I would say I'm reading it. I tried to make French instead of Spanish in high school, but only 2 other people applied, so the French was out. Oh, that's sad. French is a beautiful language. Let's see here. It is a beautiful language with a beautiful people, physically, if not behaviorally. I feel like the French are a real grab bag. I feel like the French are just like Americans in the way that city French people are not always the best. I mean, a lot of French have to deal with tourists and whatnot, and usually people's idea of French are like people in Paris. And the people in Paris have to deal with tourists during tourist season being annoying. And they don't like that. If you go to like Paris outside of tourist season, they are literally way more cordial with you because they're not dealing with like they're not dealing with like thousands of ignorant tourists a week. Also, Paris syndrome is real. Just be aware of that, especially nowadays. But I feel like Paris is just like America, where it's like, you know, you have cities which are filled with good people, but a lot of the people you're going to interact with aren't the best. But then if you go like to the countryside, it's just salt of the earth people. I've never seen like a French like farmer or like small town French person where you're not just like, that person's just like somebody I'd love to have a pint with. That's more England having pints. Ooh. There's always, it feels like always country folk are just salt of the earth. They ain't got time to be concerned with all of our city concerns. They're just like, I just want to grow my stuff. It rained too much, and now all my all my fields have been flooded out. Then the next year, it doesn't rain enough, and then all their crops die. Being a farmer sucks. Being a farmer is literally just like, okay, so is it going to rain too much or too little? Either way, I'm boned. Usually there's some Gunpla store near me, so I tend to find secondhand plastic joints or replacement polycaps, and buy that. Akiba? That'd be pretty nice, actually, just to have, like, I feel like I should go to my hobby store and like, offer them some ideas, because, again, they just haven't gotten any new Gunpla in a while. But, like, I don't know, just, like, have, like, a buyback program for some Gunpla. Because again, I have a massive backlog that I'm not going to build all these kits, but, or just like, you know, like have like, you know, community events, have like, you know, the polycap thing. Ooh, why not just have like a thing where it's just like, hey, if you have extra polycaps, you know, just like donate them and people can come and just like go and like see what polycaps they need. Hey Gunner, how's it going? He's a little anxious because he doesn't know. He's not sure if he's going to be here for a long while or not, so he's getting up and then going back to his bed. Do you like your new bed? Your old bed was stinky, so we had to get a new one. Also, you tore holes into your old bed, which I did not appreciate. Ooh. The old bed was very stinky, and I was sick and tired of taking you to the groomers just so you'd come home and then like what is it? Just get all stinky in your old bed. You just like roll around in it. Don't do that. GQ is too weird for me, so I only got 3 kits from it. The Zaku line art is awful, but the Zaku kit itself is really nice. I want to say that right now. I love the Zaku 2 a lot, but the line art's so bad. It's so awful. The line art in the GQ line art is horrific. I know it's like line art is bad. That's a rule in Gunpla. Never judge a mobile suit by its line art, because a lot of times the line art does not do it justice, and that is very true. But GQ has some of the worst line art. And when I say worst line art, I don't mean it's bad line art. What I mean is that it doesn't look like the finished product. It doesn't look like it does in the anime. Okay, it's just the reference art is what it is. And it has some of the worst reference art you'll ever see in Gunpla. Okay, I feel like maybe Iron-Blooded Orphans has the best, because when you look at an Iron-Blooded Orphans line art, you're like, yeah, that's what they look like in the anime. It's pretty good, pretty solid. And you think after Iron-Blooded Orphans they learned something. No, they learned nothing. They learned nothing, chat. But the GQ, a lot of the kits are better than how their line art makes them look out. I have the red Gundam. I don't have the white Gundam, because why would I if I already have the red? I have the Sayla gun cannon. I have quite a few. I want the Harambe. It's not called the Harambe. The Hammurabi. It's not called the Hammurabi, is it? Arabi. I want the Manta Ray one. The Manta Ray mobile suit. The one that turns into a Manta Ray like an Animorph. That's the one I want, and I don't think I'm gonna get it. Simply because I have too many kits in my backlog already, and more so because I just don't know where I'm going to get it without ordering. I need to make sure that Zaku order is still on the way. I pre-ordered the Zaku Kai from War in the Pocket, and I'm gonna display it with my Zaku, with my Gundam Alex, and I'm really excited about that. Okay, so now N. Where's my N? There's my N. Okay, wait. Are you an N? No, you're not an N. This is the N. Okay, there we go. I only got a Dom for it and the GQ Omega Psycom and G-Fred. Ooh. Okay, the Omega Psycom is just the one with like the halo effects, right? Ooh. I remember seeing a video of the guy who designed the GQ, the G-Cux, or G-Quux, if you want to say it like that. But I've seen the video, and I love the video of the guy building it. The designer built it, and he's just like, yeah, this doesn't really translate to like model building all that well. It's kind of difficult. Who did this? I did? All right. Maybe I should have thought of that. It's a very nice, wholesome stream. I think it was a stream. It was a stream or a video. I can't quite remember. Ooh. Let's see here, and then we have, yeah, the designs were not really thought out for, admittedly, model building as much as some other designs were. I do love how the Zaku has tennis shoes though, because there's the designs were done by, a lot of the designs in GQ were done by the guy who did Evangelion designs, and you can see that in some ways. And one of my favorite ways is that the Zaku has sneakers like the Evangelions. Sorry, like the Avas do. The Avas, if you look at the bottom of their feet, they pretty much just have sneakers. The Zaku is the same way, and I just find that funny. I take this, you go here, okay, and then you go on like these, yes, and then intense music. Hammurabi. Can I just call it like the Hammurabi? Sounds so much cooler though. Okay, can I just be honest with you? I think the Hammurabi sounds cooler because Hammurabi was an ancient king. Zaku Air Force. I love the Goof, was it the Goof Custom Air? The Goof Custom, like, I forget what it's called, but it's just a Goof Custom with a bunch of jet engines on it, and it just kind of flies around that way, and it's like, could this work? Like, wouldn't the Square Cube Law say, no, shut up, don't be a nerd? We put a bunch of fans on a Goof, and now it can fly. It's literally called the Goof, and you're taking it seriously? What are you doing? That's a high grade that you can't find because it's actually before high grades. No, that's a P Bandai high grade. But if you don't want the P Bandai high grade, you have to get a kit that's no longer in print from the 90s that has no color separation. It has almost no color separation. I don't know which one you'd rather get. Oh, I love those videos. Actually, speaking of like just videos and like just older kits, I love those videos of people who get like kits from like the 80s or whatever, like those statue kits, and then they cut up the statue kit and make it like as articulate as like a modern kit. They pretty much just make a custom out of like a kit from the 80s. Those videos are so cool. I will never be that good. They use like plastic card to fill in the parts and make new assembly for it. Those are some of the coolest videos I think you can find. Is at this moment I realized I fucked up. I messed up because I need to cut out these pieces. Okay. Only got the Gelgoog. I also have the Gelgoog. I have a lot more GQ than I thought I would, in all honesty. I thought I was only gonna maybe get the Zaku or something. I've gotten a lot of GQ. Ooh, I like a lot of GQ. I love the I can't believe it's not the Gelgoog, also known as the I can't believe it's not a GM. And then no, that's not going on. There we go. Okay. I do like the designs. I love the exposed fuel tanks on the legs for the Gelgoog, because it's technically like an experimental mobile suit. But I really like that bare bones look of it on the legs. Ooh. We need to teach Lala model kits so she understands. The Gelgoog, yes, that's why the Gelgoog's literally just a GM. Yes, I can't believe it's not a GM. It's so, honestly, chat, I think it's pretty peak. Hold up. I just realized maybe there's something that's supposed to go in the arm. Yes, there is. We misassembled the arm. Okay, what are you? Okay. Yep. Just tell me how I messed it up. I don't. That goes there. Okay, I see what I did wrong. I was like, you know, there's a big cavity just missing out of here. There's probably something that's supposed to go in there, is what I realized. I realized, wait a minute, I might be being stupid, chat. When in doubt, realize I'm an idiot. Okay, here's the good news. I realized my mistake. Here's the bad news. I have no idea where my part separator is. Where's my backup part separator? Do I have that at least? Does SEPH have his backup part separator? Come on, come on, come on. Do I have the pick? Do I have the pick? Do I not have... I have the pick. This came with a controller set that I bought to customize some controllers, and it is honestly one of my favorite part separators I have. It's a plastic part separator, so it takes a little bit more work to get into the joints and whatnot, but because it's plastic, it doesn't damage the kit like a metal part separator often does. Takes a little bit more work, but it's, I think, worth it. There we go. Let's see here. Hammurabi or Harambe. Either one. Ooh. Okay, there we go. And then... Crap. How do you go on? Okay, so I need to... Whoa, that's going to roll off. Okay, we need the A. Okay, we need the A. We need the... surely this will work. Okay. I mean, still the NG is better than the NGP02. I'm too stupid. I'm too stupid to remember every acronym in Gundam. Okay. No grade. The no grade GP0. Wait, do you mean no grade for Gundam? GP01 Gundam. Okay. Oh hey, yeah, that's a good reminder. I forgot I contracted an ecchi artist to make art, and then I asked them not to make it too explicit. I really like their art style, so I just got flashbanged by that because they haven't accepted the commission yet, but earlier before stream I was like, I really like this person's art style, but literally they only do smut. So so I just like made a submission. I was like, can you just make it risque instead of having, you know, me naked? Make it a little racy, but don't make it like full on explicit. I'd be okay with that. GP02. Oh yeah, we were talking about the Physalis earlier. So you're saying that is better than the... You still think that no grade is better than the no grade GP02? The... I don't remember what it's called. The Sepharanthes. The Sephiranthes versus the Physalis. Oh. So those are the worst kits for no grades. That's sad to hear. They're probably some of the first no grades. Gunner, no. No, you just hit your head. You just hit your head. Oh my god, if you just heard a little knock, that was him under the desk. And then he like slowly was like, what? And then he bonked his head. Ooh. Gunner, are you okay? Go under the furniture. You have a nice little bed under there. Go under the furniture. Stop pacing. You don't need to be pacing all the time. It's cool, dude. You're not a pacer. We're not pacer fans around here, okay? Okay. Uh-oh. Why is this not going on the way I want it to? Did I put it on wrong? There's a distinct possibility I put it on wrong. It doesn't look like I put it on wrong. But why are you being difficult? Is it on? There we go. And then this goes back here. I mean, still, yeah, so NG is no grade. Okay, I just, thank you for confirming that. I looked it up, but I wanted to be sure. So thank you for confirming that. Ooh. Yeah, no grades seem, I mean, they're just proto-high grade, so they don't seem great in general, but it seems like there is still a degree of, just avoid this one like the plague. I wonder if there's like a third-party company that does reprints of no grades, and you might be like, why would they do that? There's some people who probably buy a few of them. Limited run re-releases of no grades. Okay, this is a hobby we're talking about. Some people would buy that stuff. Gunner, what? You were fed. You were fed. I was like, he's scrounging is what's happening right now, and I was about to go like, was he not fed? No, I fed you. Okay, I fucked it up. No! Oh, okay, that's a toy. No, I'm sorry. I thought you were pulling something else out. He found a toy. He also spilled the lighter fluid. He's trying to kill me. Thank you, Gunner. He's trying to kill me, chat. I think the term of, for prying tools, oddly enough, is a spudger. Wouldn't that mean spudge is the verb for prying? Wouldn't they just be called pryers, like how tweezers are called tweezers, because they tweeze? Oh, I was like, why is this not coming out? That's why. It's, this was locking it in. Gunner! Gunner, for the love of all that is holy, just calm down. He's like, I don't want to calm down. I'm in a very anxious puppy. Okay, you're not a puppy. You're like 2 years old. Stop. You are not a puppy. Oh, I'm very anxious. I can't be outside with the other dog that we have visiting. Yeah, the reason he can't be out with the other dog is because you keep trying to play with him, and he's like, you know, middle-aged, and he doesn't want to play. You're not getting out of here. You are not getting out of here. I'm sorry to inform you. You're stuck in here with me. Ooh. Oh my goodness. The dog we're taking care of might be the dumbest dog I've ever had the pleasure of taking care of, because this dog, every time I take care of him, I have to teach him not to stand in my way. He's one of those dogs that just looks at you and stands in your way, and you have to teach him move. You know, you have to teach him not to stand in your way, and he just looks at you like, oh. Okay, my dog, Gunner, knows how to open the gate to this room if it's not locked, and he has opened the gate in front of this other dog, and the other dog doesn't know how to open the gate. Like, there is no learning curve. This is just the dog. This dog is missing an eye, and I think when they took out his eye because it was infected, I think they took out half his brain when they did it. This dog, it's endearing, but also a little annoying. Is just nothing is going on up there. He's just like, you say his name and he smiles at you, and then like, but he also has no concept of object permanence. You know, like, you're like, stay, you know, like you say, like, stay so he doesn't eat his food, and then you walk past him to give food to the other dog, and then he goes for his food because he has no object permanence. He's like, okay, I can't see him anymore. The guy who's telling me not to, like, you know, eat my food, I can't see him anymore, so he must not exist anymore. So he goes for his food. That's the kind of dog he is. He might be like, oh no, he's just going for his opportunity. No, I think he literally doesn't think I exist anymore when he doesn't see me. I don't think he has a concept of object permanence. I think he's that bad. I love him, but my lord. Taking care of him every time is a trial because I have to reteach him everything. And it's not like my brother, who he's the dog of. He doesn't train him. He's just the kind of dog that, like, you know, again, he's trained for my brother. So you have to retrain him for yourself because he doesn't understand that, like, you know, the lessons apply to everybody. Used to have some no grades as a kid. Those were cheap, but I already broke it as a kid. I had toys. The only Gundam toys I remember having though were we had the heavy arms. I can't remember which version of it was. I think it was the orange version from the show. We had definitely a Maxter. I don't know what happened to that. We had a Rose. I don't know what happened to that. And I know for a fact, I don't remember having it, but I remember having its backpack, which is the only reason I remember we had it, was the Strike Gundam. And you might be like, oh, and also, wait. We had the Strike Gundam, and I think we had the version where like it has like the extra strong beam saber. It might be like, how do you remember how do you know you have that? It's, again, because I only had the backpack and I used it as a fighter craft. Those are the mobile suits I grew up with. Ooh, and I did not remember any of their animes. I watched their animes. I did not remember any of them. I know for a fact I watched some Gundam Seed growing up. And I also, but like watching Gundam Seed, what is it, last year? It was like watching it for the first time because I remembered nothing about this anime. Watching rewatching Gundam Wing since I was a kid, it was just like, wow, I know I've watched this, but I remember nothing. It was a great experience. It was a wonderful, wonderful experience. Fun shows in general, also. You wouldn't think so, but you'd get to buy them, and they called spudgers. Lol, whether the metal or plastic. I did not know that. Hold up, we're gonna look up the word spudge. Because if spudgers implies that the word spudge is a word. Spudger comes up, it's listening to me. Small tool, conductive tool. Sorry, a small non-conductive tool used for safety, pry, poke, and or disconnect delicate parts inside electronic devices. Okay. Spudge. Spudge is likely a casual shorthand typo for spudger, which is a small... Oh, it's not its own word. Okay, there's also an Urban Dictionary. There's also an Urban Dictionary definitions, which of course I cannot read on stream. What does Urban Dictionary say about spudge? I literally can't. I literally can't read that. Needless to say, it's all sexual. It's all just sexual. And you're like, does it mean yes? There are multiple definitions. It's like a rusty venture. If you don't know what a rusty venture is, that's a joke from Venture Brothers, where the character Rusty Venture, his name is synonymous with a sex position. Ooh, and the whole joke is just the writers and the voice actors just made up what it meant. Ooh, that is like they would just make up something else. Like every time a character would be asked what a Rusty Venture is, they would just make something else up, and the whole joke was to figure out something that was worse than what the last person said. Can I give any of the examples of the Rusty Ventures on stream? I don't want to do this. Oh, the snorkel one is bad. I can't give the example of the snorkel one. Anybody like, what? Oh, no, dude. I don't think I can. I don't think I can. They're so disgusting. They get so awful over time. Oh, the Watch and Ward one is so bad. I can't. You might be like, how bad is it? I can give you the last line for what a Rusty Venture is. And it is just, after describing the Rusty Venture by a bunch of people, the last person to describe it is asked, like, is somebody else asking, so that's a Rusty Venture? And it says, like, no, that's not a Rusty Venture. That's just the rusty part. The venture part is when you eat it off her back. And it's just like, ah! And I'm like, eat what? You don't want to know. It's so bad. Oh, I miss Venture Bros so much, but some of the jokes were just, oh my goodness. My favorite part is whenever somebody was describing a Rusty Venture, it would just like, beep. It would just repeatedly just be like, so what you do is you put your beep in the beep, and it's just like, oh my god. It's probably the dirtiest, it is the dirtiest joke in all of Venture Bros. It's so awful, but That's the humor. The fact that you're just going, how bad is this going to get? And it gets really, really bad. It gets... I love it how they start calling people. They just start calling other people who aren't even in the scene to be like, hey, do you know what this is? And it just escalates so much, and you're just like, oh, it's horrible. I'm so sorry, Lance. I'm so sorry, Lancer. You joined on such a weird time. We talked about some very cursed things. We were talking about Venture Bros, and it's dirtiest joke. We were talking about the dirtiest joke in Venture Bros. I'm so sorry. I hope you like the stream regardless of how you joined. What's Venture Bros? It's a great show. It originally started off as a parody of Johnny Quest, which is, if you don't know what Johnny Quest is, let me get up a picture, so hopefully that'll help. So it originally started off as like a parody of Johnny Quest in like this era of cartoons. So here's Johnny Quest, if you've ever seen it. It's like, the boy adventurer with his science tad and his bodyguard and his like adoptive Indian brother, because why not? It's like that. But it's all like, it's a parody of that, but eventually it became its own thing, and it's just a really well-written TV show. It's just a really funny, well-written TV show. Ooh. That, Gunner, why are you smelling my shoe? That I wouldn't want to spoil too much, but it has some of my favorite jokes in all of television in it. There's a part where a character is like, where characters are trapped inside of like what is called the Pleasure Dome. And it's just like, it's a holodeck, effectively. It's like a hologram room that just gives you your wildest fantasies. And of course, it's locked from the inside, because it's literally called the Pleasure Dome for a reason. But when they are trying to get people who are trapped inside out of it, there's like, they have the magician comes to get them out. You're just here for the Zudah? I'm sorry. But a magician is trying to get them out, and the magician is just like scanning, using his magic to scan the machine, and it's just like going like, and he just can't figure out what the machine is made out of and why the machine is so evil. And he asked the scientist, the Dr. Venture, he asked them, what is this machine made out of? He actually says, what the hell is this machine made out of? And this Dr. Venture goes like, oh, just the typical parts, some electrodes, some like compositors. An orphan? A what? An orphan? You built this machine out of a forsaken child? I didn't use the whole thing. But the Zudah's coming along very nicely. We were gonna do some painting, but I realize I have to do all the painting with airbrush, which I can't do on stream. So we're just doing some casual building. Ooh, I think... Oh, wait, the hands aren't cut out at all. Gunner, you're not gonna get out, no matter how many times you walk to the door, then walk back to me, then walk to the door, then walk back to me, you're not getting out. I have to catch up, chat soon. He'll be on a tangent machine. Don't worry. Yeah, that's why I didn't see your chats. I'm sorry about that, Lancer, but yeah, we're building the Zudah. Ooh. So far, I'm liking it. It's an older kit, but it feels like I have a bit of optimism, despite it being an older kit, that it's gonna hopefully hold up pretty well. Ooh. Zudah feels like one of those kits that's like a real love letter. But when were you made, Zudah? Ooh, I don't like that sound. Zudah, when did you come out? Because you might not have been a love letter. You might have just been because it came out recently. Zudah, you came out in 2000. You came out in 2006. So 2 years after the anime. Not really a love letter mecha, but I don't know. It has some interesting gimmicks. I was trying to show off one of the gimmicks and it failed. If you push the shoulder down, it can extend its arm, and I don't really know what the purpose of that is. If I can be frank with you, I'm not sure what the purpose of it is, but I always appreciate some playability. I have an idea of what you're saying, lol. I'm just here for Gundam and other Gundam series and other mobile suits. Don't worry, we also talk about Gundam a lot. We were talking about Gundam the Origin a little bit earlier. We're talking about the Physalis earlier. We're talking about all sorts of things. Ooh. We talk about all sorts of Gunpla. We just kind of cycle in and out. We cycle about whatever chat brings up, or whatever my schizophrenia, whatever the voices in my head whisper, we talk about. Oof. I still need to catch up with Gundam Seed Destiny. I say catch up, I still need to finish it. I need to catch up with Chainsmoker Cat and Ghost in the Shell. And then when those are done, I can watch Gundam Seed Destiny, but then I need to watch RE0. It's just an endless cycle of never having enough, of having too many things to watch and not enough time. But I can't watch them if I'm busy drawing, and do you watch the anime? Yeah, I watch Gundam. The first Gundam series I watched, I said earlier, was like, actually it might have been G Fighter now that I think about it, but it was either Gundam Wing or G Fighter. I can't remember. Don't you mean Mobile Fighter? No, we're not. No. No. No, I'm not doing the whole long ass name. We're doing simple here. We just call it G Fighter here. Ooh. But yeah, it's probably one of those two were my first, but that was when I was a kid. When I grew up and got back into Gundam, I started with the original Gundam. Technically the first thing that I saw, when I grew up was my brother showed me Iron-Blooded Orphans, the first episode, but he told me, yeah, it plays upon a lot of tropes that were established in the original anime, so I watched the original anime from start to finish, then I watched Iron-Blooded Orphans. Then I watched Zeta Gundam. No, wait. I watched the original series, then Zeta Gundam, then Iron-Blooded Orphans, then Double Zeta, then Gundam Wing, rewatched Gundam Wing, then Gundam Seed. Now I'm watching Gundam Seed Destiny. Gundam Seed Destiny is taking very long for me to finish because I'm just like off and on from watching it. But yeah, I'm trying to work my way through the series and whatnot, But I like it a lot. I love all the tropes. I love all the happenings. Let's see here. Do you play any Gundam games or just build and watch? I want to play Gundam games, but the thing is, like, most of them would have to be ROM hacks, which I don't have a problem with ROM hacks. It's just that I'm not very tech competent. But I would like to start playing, like, maybe, like, the Dynasty Warrior games, because those are some old classics. I need to find some games, but they're not in the... probably not anytime soon are we going to play any games, but I would love to play some games. It's just the fact that I have a PC, and Bandai, instead of making a lot of money by porting their games to PC, are just like, no, this will just stay on the PSP forever. Could you put it maybe? No. Could you take this, like, well-celebrated, beloved game, you know, Xeon, what is it, like, First Strike, or, like, what is it, Counterattack, I can't remember what it's called. But, like, take this, like, classic game that is, like, the Dark Souls of, like, you know, Gundam before Dark Souls even existed. Could you put that on the PC? No. We can't do that. We're not gonna put the game where you play as a Zaku and get wrecked the whole time on PC. But it's literally, like, one of the best Gundam... No, we're not putting it on PC. Could you put no? Before you ask, no. We're gonna put, like... We're gonna... No. What is it? No. Whatever you want to be put on PC, no. Here's Gundam Breakers 4. It's pretty nice. You can make your own Gundam. I like that, but could I... No. Don't even ask. So I have to find some ROM hacks. MS Saga is a good game. Is it on PC? I know that I know MS. I don't know if MS is one of them, but the Super Deformed games. I know the Super Deformed games, a lot of those people, well, you can get Hathaway's Flash spoiled by playing those games because they just put, like, the novels and whatnot into the games. And so, oh, what was it? I forget if it's Gundam or, I think it's Gundam, who's, like, had, like, you know, who just knows the entire plot of Hathaway's, like, of the Hathaway series just because it's in, like, the Super Deformed games. Ooh. Gundam Zeonic Front. Thank you. That's what it's called. Thank you. It had a weird name. I couldn't remember what it was. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Zeonic Front. Yeah, that one I don't think is on PC. I think you have to get a ROM hack of it, but that one I've always heard great things about it, even though it's really difficult. It might just be nostalgia talking for the people who like it, though, to be fair. Let's see here, and... Wait a minute, this isn't a polycap. Oh my goodness! That is... bad. That's bad, actually. That's really bad. That's the wrong arm that I put on the wrong side. Okay, so I put the wrong arm on the wrong side. But that is crazy. This is a kit from 2006, and this joint is non-polycap. I mean, there's polycaps, like, around it, but the joint itself, the connection, isn't a polycap. It's a lock-in joint. It's a friction joint with a taper. That's really impressive for this age. Oh my goodness, and this arm flexibility is really impressive for this age as well. Ooh. It can't move forward too much, sadly, because it is a 2006 kit, but that actually is really impressive. I was not expecting that. That kind of caught me off guard a little. It's a good game, you heard? MS Saga. MS Saga. New Dawn. Oh, it is a super deformed series. Ooh. Let's see here. It is from 2006 as well. It's turn-based, so that means it'll take me like 10,000 years. Wait. What kind of turn-based? Is it JRPG turn-based or turn-based strategy? Turn-based role-playing. Ah, turn-based JRPG. Okay. Okay. That's definitely going to be a ROM hack. Known as Gundam True Odyssey in Japan. That's so much of a better name. This is called, it says Gundam New Dawn. No! No, do not dig at your bed. That is a brand new bed. That is a brand new bed. You will not be destroying that bed. Okay, apparently I need to throw a blanket on his bed because he wants to adjust his bed. You're not, no, do not dig at your bed. That bed cost $40. that bed was expensive. Okay, ZF and MS Saga. I would love to. I just need to, I really need to get the ROM hacks of that. Let's see here. Bionic Front. Maybe that's what we can do on Tuesdays. Maybe we could do Gundam games on Tuesdays because we're no longer doing Gunpla on Tuesdays. Or we could do Gunpla on Mondays and then Gundam games on Tuesdays. Ooh. I'm trying to fit. What I am trying to do is because the Thursdays and Fridays we no longer Thursdays and Tuesdays we no longer stream on those days. I'm trying to fit in more streams like collabs and whatnot. Ooh. I just don't know if I can stream regularly on those days anymore is the problem. Let us get out Goon. I need the Goon. I need to Goon. There we go. I want to watch the original 79 anime, but my short attention span is making it hard to watch. Watch the movies then. If you can't watch the entire series, just watch the compilation movies. Okay? I'll be honest with you. That's why they exist. Ooh. Yeah, you get a more deeper experience. And like you won't know about the salt. You won't appreciate the importance of the salt. If you know you don't watch the TV series, if you only watch the compilation movie, you won't get the important episode about them finding salt, which I am a defender of through and through because it shows the logistics of the war. But you know that's you know if we're gonna take a side real quick, you know you don't need to watch the salt episode. Don't tell the rest of my chat I told you that, okay? But you know you don't have to watch that episode. Okay, you don't need to watch the old people who are like on the white base because they're refugees complain for the 500th time that like, I don't want to be here. Why are we on the white base? Let us out of the white base. And it's like, we can't because anywhere we let you out on, you're just gonna die because it's wilderness. And they're like, we're gonna mutiny. And it's like, you're all 70 years old. You're not mutinying. You know, that subplot, very important for Gundam. The Goon from Seed. There's always at least one unfortunate name from every Gundam series. Ooh. That is how you know you're gonna have a good time in a Gundam series, though. When you come across something and it's just like, that name is really unfortunate. Ooh. I can add that to the list. I forgot about the Goon. Let's see here. And then this goes on like this. One of my favorite things about... Oh, this actually doesn't do that. About a lot of Mobile Suit, the scopes on them. A lot of times they'll have like they're actually just cameras. And in the back, there's nothing... There's no like viewport or anything. This one does have a viewport, confusingly. But that's one thing I really like is how the guns these are just cameras, not scopes. Let's see here, and then we get this here. I just saw one of the stream you did before, you know, the wait, the Deme stream issue? Oh, wait, that's an older stream. Are you talking about... Hold up, let me... The Deme one? The one where Deme's on the cover because she... Yeah! Okay, sorry about that. Thank you for the new subscribers. You're beautiful and amazing. Mwah! I'm sorry if the notification came up and I didn't hear it. It's still broken. I don't know why it's broken. I think I'm gonna have to redo the notification. Ooh, the notification though should be Jeff Goldblum breathing with Sam Neill listening to him breathe. Ooh, it's majestic. If in case it didn't pop up, I want to show people what the subscriber notification is. I like it that much. Is it Stream Elements? Stream Elements! Wait, do I not stream? Am I not logged? I am logged in. Dashboard. Don't do this to me. Stream tools, overlays, sub notification, edit. Okay, can we test? Can we test it? Can we test it? How do I test it? Can I preview it? Okay. What do you mean? Open browser. Well, that might explain why it's not working. Oh, wait, no. Emulate. Subscriber notification.
Life,
there it is.
finds a way.
There it is. Ooh. Okay. Wait, I heard it because it was on my computer. I was like, I heard it that time. It was because it was on my computer. Ooh, but I assume the stream you're talking about... It has to be an older stream. Wait, the VTubing Be Crazy stream with the Deme on the cover? Ooh. Deme's a VTuber, so I feel like maybe you're not talking about the Deme stream because that one's so long ago. That one's 2 months ago. We were building the new Gundam. Oh my goodness, we're still building the new Gundam. When did we start building the new Gundam? 2 months? Did it only take 2 months? I thought it took longer. You know, that's not too bad. It took us 2 months to build the new Gundam. I thought it took us 5 months. Okay, that's not so bad. It's not so bad. I'm a little traumatized from that experience, but you know, that's not too bad. Great kit, it just took forever to build. I don't think it played, at least here on YouTube. Well, now it did play, because life finds a way. Because subscribers find a way. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Hold up. Oh. That is interesting. The magazines are not the same. One has a plug, the other one has a socket. So only one, so if you lose the one that goes on top of the gun, you're just boned forever. Okay, that's interesting. Also, this is really loose. Not as loose as I thought it was, but yeah. Yes, give it, oh. Just giving you, yeah, the Deme stream. Oh. I think we talked about the fact that Deme probably got railed on stream. But it's more just the fact that it was just what was the hot topic at the time. But we didn't talk about it too much in that. I don't remember how much we talked about in that stream. Though that really blew up for her because what happened with that was just, I don't know if you know the drama, but what happened with the Deme thing, I'm sure you only knew the drama if you recognize the art. But the drama was just the fact that she was like, hey, don't post not safe for work material while reposting a not safe for work artist. But what she reposted was risque or ecchi art, and not safe for work art. So it was like a gray area. People called her a hypocrite. And she kind of like she did not handle it very well, if I can be honest with you. It was not the best handled by her. And because she kept antagonizing people more, people looked through her old streams because they're autistic, you know, because we're all VTuber fans here. We're all a little autistic. And people found clips of her where there's one stream in particular. People tried to act like it was more than one stream. There's only one stream where I am convinced at least she had something inside of her. And other people were like, oh, hey, some of these other streams where it's like she's really like high emotion, or like, you know, oh, in her boyfriend's background stream, like she's getting railed. That was all bullshit. I'm gonna say that right now. But there was one stream where she probably did something a little experimental with herself, and then she never did it again. And that is now known, or alleged, I should say. We don't know if it really happened. It just is very much looks like it did. But because people found that, people started saying like, oh, it also happened here when it didn't. Ooh. But we just use that as our thumbnail because that was a hot topic. Yeah, the Deme art. It was done by Aesthetic Meme. And the problem is that, yes, it was done on Aesthetic Meme's Risque account, but if you go to the thing is, his other account is linked. And so, yes, that picture is just Deme, you know, and like, ooh, a skin suit body in like a bikini. But yeah, but like if you click on it and then you go to his other account, there's a picture of her getting railed with x-rays. You know? Like, it's just like, that's the problem. It's like, yes, she reposted risque art, but it's like 2 clicks away from just full frontal nudity is the issue. Also, I don't know why Philippines. It's like the Philippines flag is on her for some reason. I guess, I don't... Is Aesthetic Meme from the Philippines? I've never looked this up before. Hold up. Let's go to Twitter real quick. Great artist, by the way, Aesthetic Meme, if I may say so. Aesthetic... It has 2 C's in it, right? Aesthetic Meme. And then your account isn't going to come up in search because you post risque art, is it? Aesthetic Meme. Now, why did I look up Aesthetic Meme? Why did I... It's about the Deme art. My brain is fried. Take a century to build a single Gunpla. Oh, Lord. Listen, the fact that it only took us 2 months building 1 day a week to build the new Gundam is actually really nice. I thought it took us like 4 months, okay? I think I can pat myself on the back for that. Okay, so how about you get off my dick? Okay, great artist. Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, even if the Deme art, yeah. Actually, I think it was in the replies for the Deme art. I don't think the Deme art is up anymore, so I don't think I can find it. But yeah, if you go to Aesthetic Memes, yeah, it's just... The thing is, even if he posts something that's risque, in the replies we'll have the full frontal. That's a Gundam character, isn't it? He's just a really big Gundam fan, chat. You know, every one of his replies just has full frontal in it. He loves that character. He loves Unicorn. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of smut. That's a lot. I can't show any. Oh, Tomoyo Mari is the reply smut. Yeah, that's her getting railed. Okay. That's her getting railed in the replies. Why don't you show it on stream? Because I don't want to be banned. That's, you know, I can't remember. Why did I go to, like, Aesthetic Meme? I'm, like, trying to find something that I can't remember what it was. I know because I am, oh, Deme is Filipino. Is she Filipino ethnically or, okay, I did not know she was Filipino. That's why. Okay, that's why, thank you. We need to check. Oh, Aesthetic Meme is also Filipino, so it's like a Filipino trifecta. You know, she's ethnically Filipino, he's Filipino, you're Filipino. Those are the 3 stars on the Filipino flag. You know, it's Lancer, Aesthetic Meme, and Deme, the 3 most famous Filipinos. Wait a minute, Rosa's also Filipino. That means you're more famous than Rosa. Damn it. Well. We collab with a Filipino wonderful shark girl named Rosa Flor. That's Rosa Flor. Wonderful, delightful. She's on Kick because she sometimes makes ecchi art. She does art streams, and sometimes she does risque and or ecchi art, so she has to do it on Kick. Ooh, but delightful. We've done 2 watch-alongs with her. We've done Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, which is just the Odyssey but America, and we did Independence Day. And if you're like, what's Independence Day? Aliens invade the Earth, so we need Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith to nuke them. That's the movie. It's pretty amazing. Also, there's an alcoholic redneck who saves the day. It's a really inspiring story. it's truly inspiring. You defeat the aliens by firing into their spaceship's butthole when it prolapses. It's a work of art. I think it might be Roland Emmerich's greatest movie, to be honest. Bro, check the stream chat. I gave some info. Oh! So that means you're on the Discord. Thank you for being there. Let me see. Yeah. Wait. Okay, see, stream chat is also the stream talk is what it's called also. Oh, real grade Zeta. No. Okay, that's why you're saying no. I'm sorry, Mahout, that I missed that. But yeah, well, I did read the Filipino. Listen, I get to things eventually. Listen, I tangent. It's what I do. It's what I do. I'm sorry. Sorry, I thought you were saying you were on the Discord, though. So I open up the Discord and be like, oh, he's on stream talk? Oh, okay. Oh, wait, no, he means stream chat. He means the chat he's in right now. Oh. But yeah, if you're in the Discord, you can always share like images and whatnot if like, because you know you can't do that on YouTube. Ooh, that's usually what we do. You use it for like references, for like, you know, extra long chats, for context and whatnot. If you get deleted, well, that got censored for you, but I was still able to read it, Mahout. So because Restream got it, so don't you worry. That chat was like an hour ago. I read that chat, so it's fine. Okay, I'm just your average Filipino Jose. I forget what Jose is. Jose is like Spanish for Joseph, right? That's what it is, right? That makes sense, right? But like, wait. Joseph? Guys, this is an abbreviation of Joseph. Joseph. Spanish. Joseph Spanish. Jose Spanish. Like how you guys still have Hispanic names even though you're no longer, you know, speak Spanish there. Jose? God, yeah, that's literally, yeah. It's derived from Joseph, which is God will add or God increases. Ooh. Joseph. Joseph, come here. Come here, Joseph. I don't know why saying Joseph just makes me think of an old Mexican grandma who's just like, Joseph, come here. Come here, Joseph. Come here, come to grandma, Joseph. I don't know. That's so random. I feel like it's hard to say Joseph in any way but just kind of like a demure fashion. Just Joseph. Let's see here. I didn't mean to make fun of your name. But Jose, it is an average Filipino Jose. Is there multiple chats right now? There's not. Well, there's also a Twitch chat, but Twitch chat is integrated for me into what I'm seeing. So I will still see people on Twitch. You can't, which is how I like it. And you might be like, why do you want to keep your chat segregated? Why end apartheid? No, the reason I keep them separated is because it's really messy and ugly when they're both together. Maybe making an apartheid joke before saying that was the wrong move. Anyways, moving on. Let's just not focus on that. But roll it back. The reason I don't have them integrated, the chat's integrated, because even though I really want you guys to talk with one another, the problem is that like Restream has like a whole thing that says like Restream, then the person's name, then it gives their chat, so it looks hideous. If people do emotes or whatever, it just says like what the emote is called in the other chat, so that looks awful. So I can see your guys' chats. They're integrated for me, and what I need to do is I need to put down the browser source is what I need to do. But yeah, we stream on multiple platforms. But what I need to do is I need to put Twitch back right there. Twitch used to be right there, and then I integrated the chats, then they got de-integrated. Don't know how, but I like it that way. And so I need to put Twitch chat back right there, and I need to make a purple Pachycephalosaur and put it onto Twitch chat. That's what I need to do. That's what I need to do. I need to make a oh, I have to reanimate it. I'd be like, it's 7 frames of animation. Yeah, but I don't want to. That's the problem. It's 7 frames, but I don't want to reanimate a purple dinosaur. But I will. I'll make Barney the dinosaur. Where can I find the server? The server you can find in the link in my channel. If you go to the front page, you go to card. That's C-A-R-R-D. You go to card. It is the first link in card. I moved it to become the first link in card just so it's simple. But you go to card, it'll say like who I am, what I do. It'll say that I'm a brain damaged Pachycephalosaurus. You can call me a Pachinkosaurus if you want, though I'm not much of a gambler. But you click on that, you'll get there. So if you want a link, I can just put it in for you. Let me get here. I can just put it in chat for you just to save you time. Just to save you time, I can just put it in chat. I should put it in chat more. I just get dumb. Also, it's probably best that I don't put it in chat because YouTube can get a little ornery if you put outside links in chat. But I'm gonna put it in chat for you. But if you want on the Discord server, there it is. We have a Gunpla chat. We have a model showcase there. We have lots of Gunpla stuff. There's like an entire section dedicated to model building in Gunpla and Gundam on that server. But if you want to join, you can join through that link. When you join, there will be like a thing to make sure you're not a bot. You just have to click on the dinosaur. Just read through the rules. Don't be naughty, and then click on the dinosaur is all you need to do to get into the server. Real simple stuff. Just joined? Okay. Well, for anyone who doesn't want to go through the hassle of finding it through card, can still have that link. Let's see here. You left for a bit, what happened? Well, you know, I actually put that in after you said you joined. General chat. Yo, it's me, Lanza, from chat. Thank you for saying that, because it took me like it took me like 2 months. It took me like 2 months to find out Mahoots was Mahoots. You might be like, who's Mahoots? Let me find Mahoots' name. I can never remember it. I just call him Mahoots. I recognize him by his profile. Mahoots, where are you? Mahoots, where are you? Bored Kaga is Mahoots. Ooh, it took me like 2 months to realize Mahoots was Mahoots. Take a shot every time Seth says, and whatnot, and whatnot. Why do you want to give people alcohol poisoning? Huh? Ooh. Okay. I'm a little upset that I shouldn't say a little. I'm very upset that we're going to have to reschedule the Rosa collab. It's not a guarantee we're going to have to, but we're going to have to reschedule it. The Philippines is just getting destroyed right now. It is getting decimated by storms constantly. Actually, you said you're from the Philippines. I hope you're staying dry the best you can. Ooh, I hope your house isn't flooding. A lot of people's houses, it sounds like, are flooding in the Philippines. It is a bad time all around there. Any of my Southeast Asian viewers, especially in the Philippines, please stay dry and stay safe. Brain not work good. Brain work fine. Me am smart. Me don't know where peace is. Wait. Me am dumb. Me am dumb. Also, for another Toro, we collabed with Toro last week. That's a femboy, by the way, for those who don't know. Because he said he was interested in some Nicolas Cage movies, I asked my brother for some recommendations. And, he gave me the ones that I expected. But, chat, we might do a watch-along with Toro or somebody else. I'm not sure yet. We might do a watch-along of... We need to do a watch-along of Face Off eventually. I'm just not sure when. But I think we're going to do a watch-along of Face Off, and we're going to do a watch-along of Con Air. Okay? 2 very good Nicolas Cage movies. They might be like, what makes them good? They're entertaining. But are they good? They're entertaining. Nicolas Cage has a horrendous southern accent throughout, like, the entirety of Con Air. Ooh, it just sounds like it might be like, how bad is it? It's just Nicolas Cage putting on a bad southern accent. He still sounds like Nicolas Cage, just doing a bad accent. That's all it is. And it's amazing. He commits to it. He's like, yeah, this whole movie, I'm gonna have an accent and a really bad haircut. Every Nicolas Cage movie has a different haircut, and it's always like a question of like, what will his hair look like in this movie? It's so exciting when you start a Nicolas Cage movie and you just wonder, what's he gonna, like, what is his hair? Like, how bad is his hairline gonna be in this movie? You know, you watch Face Off, it's different than Con Air. You watch Con Air, it's different than Ghost Rider. You watch Ghost Rider, it's different than Ghost Rider 2. Then you watch Unbearable Weight of a Massive Talent, it's a little different in that one too. You can always tell which Nicolas Cage movie it is by his hair. It's amazing. Hello, Mahoots. Your ears must have been burning. I just got back. SEPH is calling my name, slightly delayed since YouTube. Chat didn't work for a little bit. It sounded like you were having that problem earlier as well. Ooh, I hope it gets fixed. Classes got suspended. I feel like some of my viewers who aren't even in the Philippines, I think, said that as well. Ooh, I can't remember which one. I think it was right. No, it wasn't Ricey. Was it Mahoots? I don't know where Mahoots is. I can't remember what country is. Wait, who else got their classes suspended because of the rain? That is insane, the idea that it's raining so bad you got classes suspended. Meanwhile, in like the Midwest, it's like, okay, there's a foot of snow, but the plows got out extra early, so you're still going to school, but I have to walk to school. Shut the fuck up, wear your extra big boots then. You're fucking walking. Oh my goodness, it's great when you have tennis shoes and you have to walk home from school in the snow because your mother forgot you existed. How many times did my mom forget I existed? Let me see here. I love also, wait, quick thing. I love how this has a stand, by the way. I love how this has a stand, like a snipe, like it has it's not a tripod. It's a bipod. It has a bipod for sniping, even though this mobile suit I don't think it's even rated for atmosphere, to be honest. It could probably go in atmosphere, but this mobile suit could not lay down on the ground and snipe with this thing. This is a space high mobility mobile suit. My man! Second Tuesday class suspension in a row. Wow. Yeah, that's how you're here. Okay, I thought it was you. Classes are suspended, Lamau. You also Philippines? Do I have multiple Filipinos? Ooh, am I doubling up on Filipinos? I need to collect the other Southeast Asians. I have a Vietnamese person, I have an Indonesian. I have, like, you know, I now have Filipinos, I guess. You know, I'm trying to collect them all. Ooh, it's very weird. I'm a very late night show for like Westerners, but I'm an early morning, you know, get out of bed show for people in Southeast Asia. I just find that funny. I find that very droll, yes. This goes here. Okay, what time are we at? We're at like 3 hours. Do we keep going? Do we keep going is the question. Let's see here. Well, I feel like we can't keep going because then the assembly might be... Well, no, we can keep going. We can keep going because we have this as well in the backlog, and we can start on this if we get done with this early next stream. So we can keep... So I was just thinking, like, you know, if we build too much, then, like, next stream will only be an hour long. And then I was like, wait a minute. That's not a concern. Oh my goodness, this is based off an anti-tank rifle, I just realized. It's obvious in hindsight, I will admit, that the thing that looks like an anti-tank rifle is based off an anti-tank rifle. But I didn't realize it. This is based off of a World War I anti-tank rifle. And I didn't make the connect. That's why it has a bipod. And I didn't make the connection with that until I put in. And the bipod are kind of like sleds, which the early anti-tank rifles had because they were so big, they were just expected to move backwards on the sleds. But, yeah, I didn't realize it until I put in the magazine, and just like the anti-tank rifle, because it's meant to sit on the ground, because it's so big, the magazine had to go on top. I just made that connection. Sage! Ooh, nobody else will understand. That won't be fair. Oh, wait. I think I might be able to ID that. Hold up. At least your scheduled streams to start 10 when start at 10:30 or 10. I want to try to start at like 9 so bad. Today I wanted to start at 9, but it's just so hard to like fit that into everything else. Ooh, I don't know why. It's just I have to sleep before stream, and it's like if I have the stream at 9, then I have to like sleep the moment I get done with like my work and whatnot. And that means I have to like go to sleep at 5 and wake up at 7. And I don't want to do that because I want to like do things after my work is done. Then I take siestas before streams. Hence why, despite it's so late, I'm so full of energy because I sleep 2 hours. I sleep 2 hours before stream and then 4 to 6 hours after stream. So that's how I stay beautiful and young forever, chat. That's how I get my 8 to 6 hours. I've gained the system. I've broken through the conditioning. I don't know where the shield is. Oh, there it is. There we go. What mobile suit would you definitely pilot, except for ace suits and non-Gundams? I'd make the worst decision I could. I am a serial bad decision maker. So of course, I'm going to the Zaku, my favorite mobile suit, the Zaku 2. Thank you, my dude. I almost just said, I watched a little too much Boondocks growing up and I almost said something else. Thank you. I don't think this isn't the exact gun I was thinking of, but this is probably more so what it was based on. But this is an anti-tank rifle from World War II when tanks World War I and the interwar period. They weren't really used in World War II because they realized, oh, hey, we can like put more armor on tanks and then people can't shoot through them anymore. But yeah, it's based off weapons like this. That is very small, but I don't blame you for that. We're not gonna barrel shame you. Hold up. Kentucky Ballistics made a video. Let me see if I can find the Kentucky Ballistics one for the exact one I'm looking for. Kentucky Ballistics. I like how, because you might be like, why do you say Kentucky Ballistics like that? I say Kentucky Ballistics because it is a play on Kentucky Fried Chicken, which is how the Japanese say KFC for their Christmas commercials. That stuff is in my brain. So I don't do it often on stream, but a lot of times off stream when I talk about Kentucky, I will say it in the Japanese accent just because of that meme. If you didn't know, I'm borderline autistic, you know, if you didn't figure it out yet, it might be like, borderline? Yeah. I got tested at a young age when I had severe depression, and they're like, well, we don't know if he has autism, but we know something's wrong with him, and he needs help. And my mom was like, okay, up the drug dosage, got it. So that was my mom's solution, you know. Whenever you know I had problems, just give him more drugs. Give him more drugs. You know, oh shit, he's depressed when he doesn't eat. Well, should I don't know, maybe give him more than chicken and rice to eat? Nah, I'll just keep him malnourished, and then when he becomes an adult, I'll tell him he was malnourished and blame him for that. We talk about good things about my mother as well. Don't talk about hey, don't insult my mother. I love my mother. I'm like Anthony Soprano, you don't talk shit about my mother. Yeah, she's a terrible person. Yeah, I hate her. Let's see here. Videos. Oh, there's no way I'm gonna find the Kentucky Ballistic video about the anti-tank rifle. Unless Kentucky tank. Unless I just type in tank, of course. That's a possible solution. I missed some chats. I'm autistic too. We're all autistic here. We're all in the VTuber community. We're all autistic here. You either start out autistic or you become autistic. That's part of VTubing, okay? You know, Tomoe Mari, she started out well-adjusted young woman, you know, career-oriented. Next thing you know, 1 year into streaming, she gets severe, you know, anxiety and depression, and, you know, comes out the other end. That's not a good example. But there's a joke I like to make that in VTubing, you have to have a character arc. You either start out effed up and you become a well-adjusted person, or you start out well-adjusted and you become a maladjusted person. Tomoe Mari went the full gambit. She started out well-adjusted and shy, didn't become maladjusted, but got like anxiety from streaming. And then, because she pretty much like put too much pressure on herself, bless her heart. But then she came out the other end with newfound confidence and like just being the best streamer ever. She's my Kamiyoshi, Tomoe Umari. Check her out. She's the bomb. She's the horse military girl. God bless America and God bless her. But everyone else, you pretty much have to be kind of messed up to be in VTubing. If you're not messed up, if you're just a well-adjusted normal person, you're probably a prick. I.e. like, you know, Bao or someone. You know, Bao, normal, well-adjusted person. Bit of a prick. You know, Zentreya, you know, has confidence issues, has such confidence issues, they can't use their real voice in streaming, so they use text-to-speech. And they have used that for so long, it's part of their brand. They can't use their real voice if they wanted to, because it's part of their brand to use text-to-speech. So Zentreya, for example, you know, there's a character, there's, you know, like a little fucked up before streaming. Iron Mouse, fucked up before streaming, you know? But she gets better. Iron Mouse now can walk, you know? Streaming's like Jesus. It makes you get better, you know? Or it makes you get worse sometimes. But, you know, like, you have to have a character arc as a VTuber. You know, me, I came in, thought I was well-adjusted, fell in love with a girl, can't talk about my mental state when that happened on stream. You might be like, because it's too dark. It's too dark, and also YouTube will demote my channel if I actually talk about, like, how depressed I was. And then I came out the other side, and I'm here now, and I'm happier than ever. I got into a codependent friendship, and I was real fucked and had a real bad time. But now I'm here with you, and I wouldn't be anywhere else, chat. I'm really behind in chat. I miss back streams. Who said you could have days off? I'm trying. I want to do more streams more often, but it's this hard. Maybe with my sleep schedule figured out, I can try to do more back-to-back streams. But if I start crashing out again, we're gonna have to. I just want you to know, like, I'm planning to try to do some more stuff. But if I start crashing out again, it's just gonna have to be this way forever if that happens. Ooh. So I just want you to be aware of that. But I am hoping to either have, like I was saying earlier in stream, having Tuesday streams again. I yapped in Stream Talk so y'all can see it. Yeah, he did. Oh, my goodness, he found it. It is the same gun as Kentucky Ballistics. I thought there was a different one with sleds that he used, but the video is... Come up, Kentucky man! Bo... Are you fucking doxing me right now? Did I just get Okay, listen, you didn't see it, but I'm happy I wasn't sharing the advertisement that came up. Because I hit play on the video to, like, check it out. I hit play on the video, and the first video came up was just like, hey, here's your local politician. And I'm like, oh, thank you. Thank you, in the middle of stream. Very cool of you. But this is the gun compared to human being. Okay, compared to, like, I think he's like 6'2" or something. But it's a big gun. Ooh, but it is very much based on anti-tank rifles. I think maybe... No, his one isn't a sled. Ooh, I don't know where the one I saw that was a sled, but thank you, Mahoots. Ooh, Kentucky Ballistic, the video is The Boys Anti-Tank Rifle, World War II Collarbone Breaker. Ah, that's the video if you want to find it. Ooh. I need to focus on building. I need to focus on building so bad. Medically diagnosed too. We can be friends. You know, actually, speaking of people who are so messed up in the head that, like, when they got checked out for diagnosis, my best friend's wife, my best friend is also autistic. I didn't know my best friend was autistic until he was in his 20s. I knew this guy since 3rd grade, and I was like, you're autistic? And he's like, Seth, why do you think we're friends? And I'm like, because we vibe really well. Why do we vibe so well? Because we both liked Star Wars as a kid. Why did we both like Star Wars as a kid? Oh, okay. I don't know how it took me until 20 years old to realize that Xander was that's his code name, don't worry. But Xander was autistic, but he's like, yeah, I've been diagnosed. And I was like, really? Yes, this happened forever ago. We never brought it up. It's like my first gay friend. I knew my first gay friend for like 6 months, and he was like, and I literally stopped and was like, we were just talking, and I stopped and was like, and I was just like, John, I don't want to be rude, but are you gay? And he just looked at me and was like, yes, Seth, I'm gay. And I'm just like, well, like, and it's like, did you never put it together whenever I talk about, like, you know, how there's no good men, how there's no good guys in this school? And I was like, I thought you were just saying it's hard to find friends. I thought you were just saying, like, you know, it's really difficult to find people who just aren't rude meanie poos, who just, like, you know, you're just trying to find a good pal to hang out with. And so he just looked at me just like, he just gave me the look just like, you might be the dumbest person ever, but that's why I like you. Oh, goodness. I can live in ignorance for a long time. I knew my best friend for 3 years before learning the name of his eldest sister. I mean, you might be like, why? It just never came up. It was never important. I went to his house all the time. I talked to her regularly. I just never knew her name. It was never relevant. So I just knew a person for 3 years of my life, never knew her name. Within the first 2 years, after the first 2 years, I realized I don't know her name. And I did not ask what her name was, and it's like, because it would be too embarrassing? No, I was like, how long can we keep this going? How long can I keep it going where I just don't know her name? I was really curious. The thought of just like, oh, hey, like, it would be really embarrassing to admit I don't know her name never crossed my mind. It was 100% me just going, oh, wow. Can I keep it going? I kept it going for a whole nother year. And you know and the thing is, it's harder to, like, not remember something that you know you don't know. Okay, before, I just didn't remember it because it wasn't, like, you know, it just didn't come up, you know, regularly enough or wasn't important enough for me to remember. But when the moment I was like, I don't know her name, I was like, when I finally hear her name, I'm going to remember it. And that was true. And I did not hear her name for a year because we would just be like, oh, hey, you. Oh, hey, you. You know? And you might think that's American Psycho level stuff. That is actual insanity that you just knew somebody for a year. 3 years, technically, but you actively knew somebody for a year without learning their name. And to that I say, absolutely. That is absolute psycho behavior. But that's also why I'm a VTuber. What's his name on Twitch? My name on Twitch. We should do in the server. I don't know. Explore. Are you streaming in multiple sites? Yeah, I'm streaming multiple sites. I'm streaming also on Twitch. On Twitch, I'm just Seth. It's exactly the same thing on YouTube. It's Seth King. It's going to be changed later when I get my 1.0 model. Seth King is going to become the name of the donor. Who my lore is that I'm a Pachycephalosaurus, Draco Rex, that was Kimono Mimi, that was taken from DNA from a fossilized amber dinosaur. And I was crossed with human DNA to become a Kimono Mimi. And so, why am I even explaining this? Why am I spoiling, like, lore drops that Seth King is going to become the name of the donor, but the donor is going to be anonymous, but it's going to be a hint that his name is Seth King because the donor is going to be SK as an abbreviation, and I just spoiled that. Fuck. But I'm changing my name again when I get my 1.0 model. I like how I'm not tracking because the camera is in the way of the camera. The hand cam is in the way of the face tracking camera right now. You know, but it's fine. It's fine that I just spoiled that because I didn't spoil what my new name is going to be. If you're on Twitter, you already know what my new name is going to be. So I guess also that's still spoiled as well. So, really, what's the point of keeping any I'm terrible at fucking rebranding. I'm here, Gundam! Okay, so you're... Oh, okay, you don't have consistent names over sites, so I'm gonna have to remember your face in 2 different ways. But yes, welcome. Ooh. You won't appear on stream chat for the time being. I really need to update that. I don't know where the polycaps are, by the way. It might look like I was just talking and not doing work. I was trying to figure out where the polycaps are. A lot of times when I ramble, what happens is it's actually me rambling while multitasking by just thinking where something else is. Ooh, it's me talking without thinking, which is really dangerous, I know. But it's me talking without thinking, while in actuality, I'm just sitting there thinking, what am I supposed to be doing right now? What am I, like, where is what I'm looking for? What's going on? Ooh, a lot of the tangents are that. So instead of being on stream going, where's this piece? I'm actually just running around going,
Ooh. Crap. I'm rambling instead. Did I fuck that up? Oh shit. Oh shit. How do I... Oh shit. Oh shit. Johnny 5, no disassemble. Oh shit. Johnny 5, how do I... I need to disassemble this. Oh no. I thought this piece went on differently. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. This music is oddly fitting for just the casual stupidity that's happening right now. Okay. Oh, I'm so smart. I am so smart. I am so smart, smart. After doing something really stupid, I am so smart. I am so smart. I put it... So this had to go on this shield, and then it goes through here. But I used the hole that it went through to poke through, and then get leverage, and because I poked through it in the wrong direction, I just made it close back up. Oh, I am so smart. 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 I just disassembled a piece that should not be able to be disassembled. I am so smart. I am so smart. I am so smart. I am the smartest. I have a big brain. My brain is smooth and therefore aerodynamic and therefore faster. I have fast brain. Ooh, your brain is all wrinkly and ugly. Ooh, your brain all wrinkly and ugly, which makes it slow, which makes it not aerodynamic, not hydrodynamic. My brain fast, your brain slow. I know you're jealous, chat. I know you're seething right now with jealousy over my smooth brain. There we go. There we go. I know you're jealous. There's only 2 people here. Don't worry. Usually people kind of hop over to YouTube. There's not a lot of people who watch on Twitch, sadly. And I need to do more to like promote things on Twitch, but here's the difference. On YouTube, there's no ads. That's why people don't watch on that. I'll be honest with you, it's only supposed to be like 30-second ads. But the fact that you have to just deal with random ads, and sometimes, from what I've seen, it puts on like 2-minute ads, even though I only have 30-second ads enabled. So Twitch also just lies to me and will just secretly put on ads that are way too long. Thank you for that. But yeah, it's a lot of people like to stay in YouTube because that's where most of the other people are. They can talk with other people. They can see their chats more readily. Ooh. Again, I hope to get the chats integrated again so you guys can, you know, go back and forth more organically again. Ooh. So even if you guys don't have your chats in both chats, you guys can still see each other on stream. Okay, we have all that done. And I think that's, what is on my hand right now? How did that happen? Okay, so we have all of that done. What else do we have to do? Looks like we just have the legs to do. Let's see here. Oh, you know what we should do? We should actually cut out the Verners for the backpack. You've been yapping so much that you forgot that you're actually doing... kinda. I mean, like, yeah, the yapping is meant to, like, make me remember what I'm doing, but also, it often makes me forget what I was doing before the yapping. So, like, I'll start yapping to, like, you know, be like, oh, hey, I need to remember or think of something, and I'll get there in the yapping, but then at the end of the yapping, I'm like, okay, so, like, I need to find this piece, this is where the piece is or something, and then I stop and go, like, why did I need this piece? Like, I don't remember why I remembered what I remembered, but I remembered what I remembered, and that's the important part, chat. Okay, you don't look a gift horse in the mouth, okay? Okay, you're grateful for what you got. Oh yeah, I don't know if you've seen the VTube chat. I have, and I've been avoiding the topic because that was my former senpai that you're putting in the VTube chat, and you can put her there, you can promote her all you want. But we had a falling out, and we cannot talk about her really anymore because it is a tender issue. Because she was my senpai, and then
one day she just cut ties with me with no given explanation, no word, and yeah, that's a tender issue. But yes, if you guys are interested in Gunpla, you can also find Gunpla. She's building the Black Knight Kaori right now. It is Edda Hengst. That is Edda, Edda, Hengst, Hengist. Sorry, I want to make sure I didn't miss a letter. She is delightful. She's great. Check her out. Yeah, but I think that was a stream you missed. Was like 5 months ago. I had to announce. I think it's back in February, so maybe 6 months ago. I had to announce early on. No, it wasn't February. It was like March or something. I had to announce that that the two VTubers who helped me most behind and in front of the screen, pretty much a month back to back blocked me. They just cut ties with me, and I know why Ari cut ties with me. I don't really know why Edda cut ties with me, but that's a tender issue. I've just been avoiding talking about it because it says, damn, I did not realize that. Well, that's, yeah, I didn't. Again, I hold no ill will against them. I was gonna say I've forgiven them both, but like Edda, I never really resented for what she did, so I don't really. It's kind of weird to say, like, I don't forgive her because there's nothing to forgive. But, Ari is the one I forgive. Because Ari was my confidant. And that one, actually, I remember on that stream, this is going to get sad real quick, but I remember on that stream that I announced it, I remember crying actually live on stream. And that is one of the only few times I've cried. I think I cried on stream when I had to announce that Ari and Edda we would just no longer just be doing anything with. And then I think I cried on stream for Clair Obscure. That was a better cry. Clair Obscure is a great game. If I become a VTuber, would you help me somehow? I mean, I'd give you advice. I'm always willing to give advice. When I started out VTubing, the only person who gave me advice was Kier, which is one of my Oshis, and I pass that on by giving advice anytime. If you want to know like how to do hand cams, if you want to do like certain things, I would absolutely give you advice. I would 100% give people advice if they ask, even if they don't ask for it. A lot of times I'm like, oh hey, here's things you can do if they're struggling with something. I love giving advice. Helping people, you know, because a lot of things I had to learn very slow and gradually and over time, and you don't have to do that. You don't need to learn that you need to cut out pauses from short form videos, because even just the natural way that you talk, how you pause when you think about something, you just need to cut that out of short form videos because people aren't going to be engaged with it. You need to pretty much make it like zero punctuation where every pause you need to cut out. And you might think that's tedious. It's not that tedious, because actually if you talk and you're really good at it, you just kind of don't have a lot of pauses anyways. But even like with how much I yap, there's still those little pauses. You need to cut those out. Because you might think like, but it's like half a second where it's just like, you know, dead air. On a short, half a second of dead air, because people have such low attention spans, people click off. You know, there's like little things like that. There's the fact of like, you know, whether you want to be your own editor, the type of cameras to use for hand camming. Actually, fun fact, you want to have a better quality camera for your hand cam than you do for tracking. Unless you have V-Bridger. If you have V-Bridger, you just have an iPhone. That's different. But this camera that I use for tracking is, well, both are 180p. But the face cam, which is that one, the face cam is not 180p. It says it's 180p. It's not. It's not. It is not. It is 720. I guarantee it. This one is an HT camera though. And the reason it's an HD camera is because pretty much don't use a Logitech face cam. You're gonna have to spend a little bit more money, but if you have like just a Logitech face camera that's $50, you're gonna be pretty much running your hand cam at like 720, for example. It's not gonna look as good, even though I'd be like, well, the screen is smaller for the hand cam. It's still not gonna like focus as well. There's like a bunch of little advice, and I'm trying to get these pieces in, and they're not going in, and
concerned that I've done something wrong here. I don't think hold up, I have to take off the gloves. Chat, it's gonna be scandalous for a moment. Sorry about that. It's no problem. It's no problem. It's no problem. If it was really a big issue, I would have told you something in Discord. Again, I have no ill will against her. You can promote her if you want. You can always promote other streamers in my chat, provided they're not like a piece of shit person, or I have a thing against them. Like, if you came in here promoting Short Fat Otaku, I would crucify you. I would crucify. If you don't know who Short Fat Otaku is, he's a flesh streamer who, how do I put this? He doxed somebody. He helped the doxing of one of my Oshis. He participated in an attempted doxing of one of my Oshis, and he's just generally a bad person. I had to take off the gloves because with the gloves on, I didn't have quite the right control, and this piece, I cannot get in. This is really difficult to get these pieces in, and I'm a little concerned about it. This might be how we end stream, getting these pieces in. Am I doing something wrong here? No, it just says plug them in and put them on. Bumped question, by the way. Have you built the Gunpla bootlegs before? I probably didn't bump the question. I probably just, because chat moves, I don't get the time to read every chat. But, if you're saying, like, I skipped the question, no, I didn't skip it. I just missed it, and I'm very sorry for that. Have I built a third party? I want to, but there hasn't been a third party that I wanted to get the Kshatriya Master Grade third party, but apparently that wasn't very good, so I didn't get that. I want the Physalis third party, but I don't have the money for it because that's $100. I want to, but I don't have any. My tracking isn't working right now because I'm actually looking at my Gunpla collection. Yeah, I want to. There are some third parties I want to build. I want to build the 160 scale ball, but again, it's just getting access, and I already have a backlog of 80 kits. It's just there are kits. I'm open to it. You're allowed to talk about third parties on the Discord and whatnot. You're allowed to recommend them. It's just that getting them is a little easier said than done. Ooh, there's not the same. Wait, they're not the same thing. Wait a minute. Bootleg. Oh, wait, not bootlegs and not. Okay. Oh, yeah, that reminds me of the second bootleg Rio Grande New Gun. Okay, you're talking about bootlegs not as in third parties. You're talking about bootlegs as in rip-off molds. No, I've not really built bootlegs before because I just would get the official release unless it's out of print. Ooh, and there's not been a kit that I'm like super desperate for that I need to get that's not in print. I could understand like a P Bandai, but even then it's like there's no kit that I'm super invested in that I would get a bootleg of. So no, I haven't built a bootleg before. Third parties I'm interested in. You can also talk about bootlegs on the Discord. That's also completely fine. I think I missed a chat or two from Mahoots. I'm not going to get them all, but first thing I remember seeing from you, or the second, you were talking about that, but you didn't mention any names. I think that might have been before or after where I just wanted to keep people anonymous. Ooh, I think that might have been before where I wanted to keep people anonymous. I just knew there was someone, but I didn't know. Yeah, it was on a later stream where I just like opened stream and like talked about it, and I cried like a little bitch, and I'm losing my mind trying to fit this piece in. And you think like I'm just yapping and doing that. No, I'm trying to get this Vernair in here, and it is like I just can't. I just cannot get these Vernairs in, and like I don't know if it's an angle thing or it's just, come on. I am damaging the plastic. Am I going crazy? Is these are for the legs, aren't they? This is not the right, these are not the right Vernairs. I have to be a dumbass. These are the wrong Vernairs. You can see the little white there on the plastic. That's it being damaged. B20. Okay. I think those are B11. So those are the leg Vernairs. But I don't have any B20s. Oh no, the B20s are in the are with the legs, aren't they? Wait, no, they're not. Crap. This is bad. So these are the leg Vernairs. You might be like, how do you know they're the leg Vernairs? Watch this. It's going to go on like immediately, isn't it? Yeah, that's how I know it's the leg Vernairs. They go on immediately. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so these are the leg Vernairs that I'm gonna have to take off later, but I'm gonna plug them in for now, just so I don't lose them. Because it appears I may have lost the back Vernairs, which is gonna make ending stream a little awkward if that's supposed to be the final thing we do. There's the last leg. Okay. It's called the Vernairs because of Verns you it Verns you out. Ooh. I thought it was called Vernairs because it's one of those, because it's French and there's randomly like French words in rocketry, like rendezvous. I used to be able to spell rendezvous, but now I don't remember. Is it RANDZVOUS? Rendezvous? Oh wait, I think I forgot the E. I forgot the E after the D, didn't I? Rendezvous? No, it's R-E. It's rendezvous with an E, not an A. So I forgot the E after the D, and I put an E. I put an A instead of the E. But his rendezvous is RENDEZVOUS. I used to be a lot better at spelling. I just also know how to spell maneuver, like both spellings of maneuver. Maneuver? Yeah! I spell it R-E, but that's not the difference. Okay, I spelled maneuver correctly. What's the other word? Labyrinth is easy. Labyrinth. Oh, Phoenix. Phoenix. Is the E before the O or after the O? I'm gonna say before the O. Phoenix? It's after the O. Shut up! Damn it! I used to be able to spell Phoenix. Now I can't anymore. Vern sounds like Burns. Yes, I got the pun. The Burns and Burns! Ooh. I failed at the pun. You didn't fail. I just didn't lean into it, and that's more me. That's me not picking you up. That's me letting you down. I'm the one who let you down. Okay, so we have the Vernairs. Vernairs short second sliding scale invented by Pierre Vernier in That's confusing. So chat, this is a Vernier. This is a Vernier. Why are rocket thrusters called Vernairs as well? Because they're for like minor adjustments. Vernier scale. Vernier rockets. Hold up, we're gonna learn something real quick. Vernier rockets. Name. Origin. So Vernier, the name Vernier rocket or Vernier thruster is derived from Vernier calipers, which were invented. Wait, that's more confusing. So they are derived from Vernier calipers, which is the thing I just showed on stream. It's an analogy behind the name, so it's because they make small adjustments. Primary scale used to make gross large-scale measurements. Secondary Vernier scale is used to make fine, precise adjustments. Because it's because the Vernier scale is used for like fine, precise adjustments. They're called Vernier thrusters. So it's just an analogy. It's just like, that's like saying like, oh, hey, that's like calling them like millimeter. That's like calling them millimeter thrusters. Oh my goodness. It's called Verniers because they fine tune, and the Vernier scale is for fine tuning. It makes sense, but that's weird. Have you built any entry grade Gunplas? Yes, I built. Yes, yes. First kit I built was an entry grade. Is an entry grade RX-78. The second kit I built was the RX-78 -2 American type, which you can see right here. Where's the rest of it? Under a pile of clothes. Why is its leg right here? I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna have to find the rest of the American type, but there's the American type for you. That's the Were you the first or second entry grade I built, actually? I think you might have been the... No, this was actually the first... This was the first Gunpla I ever built, chat. I take care of the things I care about, as you can tell. Okay, there's a stain on it. That's good. Ooh, but yes, American leg, yes. Actually, one thing I hope to do is I have the RX-78, I think, -3, which is this RX-78-2, but white and blue. I have that, and I want to make it into an American type, because the American type Gundam is just the RX-78-3 with just a little bit more red on it, and like an American, and a few American stripes. But yes, that is the first Gunpla I built. I went into a Target, and I bought it. I was like, yes, this will be the first thing I build, yes, and apparently it was one of the last ones that you could get in stores, because you cannot find, those things are rarer than hen's teeth now. I don't know why people do Bandai exclusives, but, you know, maybe they just like people to suffer. Ah! Sorry, there was like a tiny fly that just flew by and it startled me. That genuinely startled me from the corner of my eye. So, we have a bit of a problem. And that is, I just don't know where the Werners are. The Werners I thought I was using are not the right Werners. Oh, wait a second. Oh, I'm so smart, but in the dumbest way. I put because the Werners are so small, I put them in an extra tiny baggie so they wouldn't get lost. You see, that's past SEPH right there, being like, I got your back, homie. Don't you worry. I know you're an idiot. I know you got that so smooth brain, dude. Smooth brain, yes. Smooth, so smooth. My favorite lasted EG and hey! Fuck off. not you, Chad. The bug just flew up to my face. And you might be like, oh my goodness, is it like a bat? No, it's like this big. Like this. I can't even show you on screen. It's like a tiny drain fly. But that means it came out of the toilet or something, so I don't want it like anywhere near me. Ooh. Let's get the Werners out. Wow, those almost... This one would have flown off the table if not for that piece. Okay. American flag. Yes. Let's see, so smooth. I thought when you're saying so smooth, I thought you were talking about my brain. Let's see here. My latest high grade is the Turn A Gundam. Ooh, that's a good high grade. That's a good high grade. I like that boy. I've built the Turn A. Nice chap. I like how I finally get out the correct Werners, and they're still hard to get in. But they're hard to get in because they're small. Okay, and with this... What time is it? Yeah, we're wrapping. Yeah, we're wrapping up. We're gonna wrap up after this. It's 1:30. It's past 1:30, our usual end time. So, yeah, we could continue the legs, but, I mean, the legs are gonna take, like, 2 hours to build, so I think it's just... That's a good length for a stream. If I wanted to lock in, I could have built everything today, but I didn't lock in. Ooh. I'm hoping next stream I can get done with it a little early. Hold up, I'm having to take it off camera because it's being difficult with me. I'm trying to get this piece in, and these pieces are still a real bother. Come on! To get around. Can I share my Gunpla collection? Oh yeah, there's a whole Gunpla showcase that is specifically for... I mean, you can share any Gunpla there, but like that is supposed to be for you to share your stuff. If you share anybody else's Gunpla, just make sure you credit them. But yeah, absolutely you can share your Gunpla. People share them all the time. Ooh, just make sure you share them in Gunpla showcase so people know where to go. Let's see here. Bringing my own chat block as a visual reference. Above, that are my old messages. Okay, oh, bootlegs are so much more accessible where you are. Yeah, I know in Southeast Asia, bootlegs are by price and just availability a lot better for where you guys are. Hold up, I'm gonna read some older chats. Slowly getting more and more official kits. Yeah. Southeast Asia, yeah, it is a lot better. Just, I mean, for the pricing. An official kit can cost like twice as much as a bootleg for you guys, so I understand why you guys do that.
Why can't I send a message? Did you get I'm sorry, I don't have, because how these streams are set up, the hand cam streams are, I can't have the Twitch chat open on the side. It just has to only be open in the combined chat. So if you got like censored momentarily, I'm really sorry for that. If you got like, and I wasn't able to uncensor you, I apologize for that. But yeah, it's because Twitch is stupid. It censors really stupid. No, from a bootleg builder, it's a 50-50 enjoyment. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go back to where we are now. Bootlegs are for everyone. Bootlegs are for everyone. That is, it allows the hobby to be more accessible. Ooh. That's why I don't have too much of a problem with it. And I do have a problem with this Werner. Literally can't end stream until it goes in. And it's like, you will never end stream. Opus has put a curse on this. Opus is like, yes. Opus a lot of times is like, no, you will not end. There we go. Suck it, Opus. Okay, so that ended. Wow, that paint job we did on the head for the gunmetal, it really shows through, doesn't it? That one coating we did. But there was different. You saw the fly. There, wait. Fucking wow, this fly is pissing me off. Oh my goodness. Fucking landed on my hand in the middle of stream. Disgusting. Disgusting. You know what, the fact that the Zudah can explode at any moment. It can't explode at any moment, but at any moment you can accelerate it to the point of exploding. You just need to make sure you don't accelerate it too much, because if you do, then at any moment it could pop off. Unless you're the main character, then you can accelerate it for a really long time, and then it will explode. Other people will accelerate it like, for, a quarter of as much time as you do, and they'll just explode immediately. But because you're the main character, you get to accelerate it for extra long. It's still gonna explode. You're still gonna die, Jean-Luc. But you know what? You got that little extra time to lead the gyms away from the invasion fleet. You're a hero, Jean-Luc. We believe in you. That was Jean-Luc, right? I wasn't really able to watch the whole anime. I was only able to watch parts of it to get like the thumbnail image. That was Jean-Luc at the end, right? Hey! This fucking fly! Why? Why is this fly harassing me? I was leaning in too when I fucking said when the fly just. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm gonna send you off somewhere. This fly's an asshole. Okay, thank you for joining us though. Whether you're new or old, you're loved and appreciated. If you're new, remember to follow along for more. Okay? Ooh, remember I'm gonna send you off somewhere. Wherever I send you on YouTube, remember to like the stream. You might be like your stream? I mean, that would be appreciated, but no. Well, yes. I was gonna say, but no. Yes, but really what I want you to do is wherever I send you off to like their stream. Always show love and appreciation wherever I send you off to, okay? So let me find a place to raid you guys out to. Raid on YouTube, link on Twitch. Okay, so on Twitch, let's see here. This bug is pissing me off. Thing is, my room's been closed for like the last hour. So that means this bug has been in here just minding his own business and is now being an asshole. You wanna go to Mari Mari EN? She likes Gundam. She wants to have sex with Gundams. You might be like, see what? Yeah, don't worry about it. She's pretty based. She's pretty based. She's a fish princess VTuber, part of Phase Connect. She's pretty cool. Pretty awesome. She loves trucking, she loves fucking, and she loves cranking her hog. Channel. Wait, I click on the creator dashboard. Kamikaze Zudah. Yeah. Ooh, he saved the day, chat, though. That's the important thing. That's the important thing. He saved the day. Okay. Ooh. Oh my goodness. When did we get? Wait a minute. We had like. Wait a minute. When did we get 4 extra followers? 4 days ago. Tora Yuma. Okay, there's 2. Well, there's 2 followers. Okay, so it's not. It didn't. Wait, who? I'm gonna assume it's you, Gundam, is one of the other Okay, so Twitch isn't telling me who's following me anymore. Great, so the problem I have on YouTube is now also happening on Twitch. Wonderful. Awesome. It's probably Cheetan is the other one, so that's probably all 3 of them. But it didn't tell me that Cheetan is following me, because, why would it? Why would it tell me something? Why would Twitch tell me who's following me? Twitch is literally the only thing good about it is that it has some functionality over YouTube for streaming, and now it doesn't even have that, and it has ads. Okay, let me find a place to send you guys off to. Ooh, thank you for the 3 new subs this stream. Again, you're loved and appreciated. I love you so much, each and every one of you. Okay. Who's streaming on YouTube? Who's streaming on YouTube? And for Twitch, I'm gonna give you 2 options actually, because it seems that you just want to be here for the Gunpla. So I'm actually gonna see if I can find somebody who's doing Gunpla, and I'm gonna put links for because I don't like raiding into somebody as big as Mari Marianne. I'm gonna do links for Twitch as well. So let me find YouTube first. Ooh, Ori Lumani. Okay, Ori Lumani. We raid into her too much. Urika, we link into her too much. Banana V2. Okay. Ooh, Bunana. You know what? We can all go to Mari Mari En. We can all go to Mari Mari En. So here's YouTube. YouTube, where are you? YouTube? Take care, chat? Okay. Oh my good. Wait. I was so confused when I looked at YouTube chat because I was like, Gundam, what happened to you? Also, we have the 3rd fucking person named Gundam in our fucking community. This is getting fucking out of hand. We have Gundam in chat, we have Ricey, who's Gundam on the Discord, and now we have Gundam on Twitch. We have, oh goodness. Well, on the bright side, you're all in different places. Gundam on Twitch is Gundam on Twitch, Gundam on YouTube is Gundam on YouTube, and then Gundam on Discord is Gundam on Discord. You know, like, you're all different people. It's fine. It's fine. But eventually we're gonna have like 5 I know eventually we're gonna have like 3 or 5 Gundams just in like YouTube chat, and that's gonna be hell. I'm gonna be like, Gundam, and they're gonna be like, yes, and I'm like, no, the other Gundam. Okay. Apparently good thumbnail, by the way. Fucking a lot of views. Oh my god, K's, how's it going? Okay. I didn't put Mari Mari in. Take care. You take care, Opus. Okay, yas! I like how that's translated. I didn't translate that from, yeah, oh, because you put an I in it. Okay, we need to translate that from Korean. He's saying yes. Yes! Ooh, yes. Okay, but there's, the Mari Mari link, for YouTube, and let me get the Mari Mari link for Twitch. You should raid. Okay, Ooh, if there's a VTuber doing Gunpla, I'll raid into that person, I guess. Wait, how many people are on right now? Oh yeah, we'll raid. Okay, we have 4 people. I don't like raiding with 2 people, because then I feel like a schlub. You know what? Yeah, we're raid. We're raid into... Oh, there's Mari Mari En for people who want it. But we're gonna raid into... Start raid. Let me find who is doing Gunpla right now. Who is doing miniatures? Who's doing miniatures? Let's see here. You're a VTuber. What are you building? You're writing something in Japanese? Okay, so maybe you. Okay, so... Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Yeah, let's go... I think we're gonna go... Okay, so copy. Okay, I think I found somebody we can raid into. She's building it, looks like the aerial, so I'll send you guys over to her. Start search, paste. Why? Ooh, she's building the aerial. We're gonna raid into her. Start raid. Okay, we get to actually raid somebody for once. Ooh. You don't have to be part of the raid, but it's appreciated. And if you're on YouTube, remember to show wherever you're going, be respectful. Gundam. Not you, Gundam. The other Gundam on YouTube. Be respectful. Why are you calling me out? You fucking know why I'm calling you out, Gundam. Again, not Twitch Gundam, YouTube Gundam. But be respectful and, you know, show them love, appreciation, and give them a like if they're on YouTube, that is. Okay? Ooh. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for this, I almost said thank you for the stream. Thank you for this chatting with me. We'll be back on Wednesday for some Gundam, for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and on Friday we'll do something dinosaur related, because I'm a dinosaur. But in the meantime, I want you to have a great day, a wonderful life, and remember to keep on rocking on. You know what I should do at the end of stream? What I should do is I should just put up the schedule. You know, that would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? That would make sense. In fact, I shouldn't even have an ending screen. I should just have the schedule when you think about it. But that would be competent. That's actually a really good idea. Fuck. Why haven't I been doing that? Why isn't the end of stream just the schedule comes up and it says like closing out, here's the schedule? Oh my, that's actually a good idea. Fuck. Well, chat. That's why I have the smooth brain. You know, I get to those thoughts quickly, you know, after several months. Don't worry about it. Bye-bye.